Oh yeah, baby. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? It's Monday night. What are we doing? We're going in raw. Hey. Welcome to the place to be reviews. I am Etep Wakuyan right here with all of yous. And no, don't adjust your sets. This is not the boardroom this evening. This, my friends, is the place to be reviews. Episode number 75, Monday Night Going in Raw. I am joined by my brother from another mother. And first of all, wait. Let me say I've got a 50% veteran panel on Veterans Day. So, and this was not planned. This just happens this way. And so thank you, gentlemen.
Raw.
We got Groove. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
What's going on, everybody?
Math, did I just do Scott Steiner math?
I think
25%. Jesus H. Christ. Wow. It has been a long day. 25% math. Holy shit. Wow. Thank you, Groove, for your service, man.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
To do math again.
Hey, just reminding you, we at RaidersLostFlix.com, we find solace in bad movies. It's chicken soup for the soul. But hey, I have a special announcement that I need to make, and I've been dying to get this out there before we introduce everybody else. You know how we're always ripping on MJ that she needs to do her part and go see a bad movie?
Yeah.
Like the rest of us have, like, you know, you're going to go see a bad movie. I just saw one. MJ has told me today that she's going to go see Knives Out.
Holy shit.
That's happening. She's taking one for the team. All right. She's stepping up to the plate and she is going to make that happen. She's going to go see Knives Out so that we don't have to. You heard it right here. This is a place to be exclusive. Boom. Just happened today.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's going to go see the worst one of them all, Pete. She's going to go see Knives Out. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So she texted me today. She's like, hey, if I saw Knives Out, would that consider as me doing my part? And I'm like, hells to the yes.
Oh, my. She's willingly going to see a Ryan Johnson movie.
She's willingly going to go see a Ryan Johnson movie in it. Yep.
Oof. Oh, man. I'll take my hat off for her, man.
You got yourself a hell of a co-host right there.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I thought I was jumping in and going to see Charlie's Angels.
So we can't make fun of her anymore because she's going to go see Knives Out. She's going to go see the Ryan Johnson film.
Oof.
The first Ryan Johnson film since The Last Jedi, mind you.
There's been a reason there hasn't been a movie since
that
then.
noodlehead hasn't done anything since The Last Jedi, and there's a reason for that too.
So you're telling me it took him this long to do a first draft? Or according to my math, it'd be a fucking 8th draft. I don't know.
Another movie written, directed by Ryan Johnson. Knives Out. And I know that because I've seen Knives Out trailer for every single movie that I've seen this year. Every single one of them.
I like that. It's like Last Jedi, writer and director, and then beneath it's like, and Looper.
And Looper. Why? I always forget
exactly
about
what
that
it says.
movie.
It's like the director of Star Wars Last Jedi and Looper. Like almost in subtitles, you know?
Let's get to the rest of the intros here. That is a fucking huge announcement there, but god damn, I can't believe she's going to see Ryan
This
Johnson.
One's for you, MJ. Seriously.
Yeah, I just
holy shit.
I can't.
Yeah, that's happening.
I can't believe she's going to see that. That's, well, you know what, girl, you're a brave soul. You're a brave soul.
It's a champ. Eye of the tiger, baby.
We've got the one, the only Goober Brothers Entertainment. What's up, Cody?
What's going on? Watching a Ryan Johnson movie is like eating a biscuit with peanut butter and no water. Fucking awful.
Oh,
I love
man.
Goober Brothers Entertainment.
Oh, I love you, dude. Oh.
Love peace, hair grease.
And last but not least, Mr. Salvador, the Don of 2 Cents Toys. Hail, Salvador.
Hello, and y'all can look at that while I talk.
Jesus.
God.
So today is Veterans Day, and thank you to my fellow service members and those who have gone before me. I try my best every day to hold the standard that you set, and I appreciate everything that you've done.
You've subverted my expectations.
I was listening to what you said, but I was really distracted by that picture. So
Can't even look away from that thing.
I want to see comments in the comment section. Description as to what you think this is. The best description like wins the game.
I seriously, it is God. It's that it's somebody put Brie Larson's pants back on. I'm afraid. I'm frightened.
Dude,
I'm frightened.
That thing would make
Jesus.
Nessie run away in fear and
Oh.
fright. You know what I mean?
oh, Cody, you got you have a fan in the chat here.
Who dat?
It's Jeffrey. I'm not gonna attempt that last name.
Hey, what's up, brother? That's my boy from work.
Okay, no offense, Jeffrey, man, but I have a last name that's very difficult to pronounce as well. So, and I understand the frustration of hearing people butcher your name. So, I'll just say, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us this evening. My goodness, yeah, that is terrifying looking.
Does
God.
that thing double as a bong? That's what I want to know.
If it does, I'm gonna need that, or at least know where to find one.
It lets people go ass to ass.
You never go ass to mouth, but ass to ass apparently is all right with this son-of-a-bitch.
Yeah,
Human Centipede
don't tell
4?
anybody what that is. I want to see comments. I want to see if people describe what it is before you tell them what it actually is. I know you just told me, but I'm gonna keep it a secret.
It looks like Vice Admiral Holdo like made a vegan meal.
Last time I had something like that, I had it checked out at the clinic.
I was gonna say last time you had something like that, you probably dropped acid.
Oh yeah, man. I bet roll call is really fun when they go by last names, man. That is I'm looking at Jeffrey's comment here. I was talking about his last name. He says, yeah, it's crazy, especially at school, hearing people try to say, oh yeah, is it? Let's see. Now I can say Mahershala Ali. I had to work on that one.
Congratulations!
I had to work on that one for a minute.
Took you a hot minute to be able to say that one.
It did. I felt bad because I kept butchering it because it's not like I don't like the guy, like I'm not purposely. It's not like Taco Tuesday, where I just don't give a shit about his name, or Tiki Barber. But yeah, so we're gonna do MJ's Movie Monday, but we're MJ-less. So Groove's gonna be. Are you ready to sit in for MJ?
I am ready to rock and roll. I nobody can ever replace MJ, but
Nope.
I will do my best. I will do my best. So first of all, before I announce this first one, can somebody in here please give me a drum roll? One of you guys, give me a drum roll. Okay, coming out this week, November 15th, Charlie's Angels. 2019 stars Kristen Stewart, Naomi Scott, Ella Banks, and Elizabeth Banks. Or no, Ella Balinska? I can't pronounce names. I suck at names. 118 minutes. So ETEP here has volunteered to go see that against his better judgment, and that is directed by Elizabeth Banks as well. This is her passion project, Pete.
She's done everything to this movie, including probably make it horrible. I'm gonna go see this Friday night because our family plans got moved around. So yeah, I'm gonna go watch this this horrifying thing. I don't know.
When a young systems engineer blows the whistle on a dangerous technology, Charlie's Angels are called into action, putting their lives on the line to protect us all.
It's Naomi Scott. I'm good with that. It's goddamn, Naomi Scott's all right to look at. Elizabeth Banks is at least good to look at. Patrick Stewart, I'm not sure how big of a part he's going to be in it. He-Man's in it. Noah Centino.
I think he might actually be at the age where he doesn't really know what movie he's in.
He just walks onto a set.
Yeah,
his handlers just
he
walk
just
him onto a
memorized the
fucking set.
lines. They kind of roll him up in a little cage and open the door, and then he just kind of walks onto the set. They give him his juice box, and he goes back into the cage, and they just take him back to the happy house.
Good
I think
grief.
you're giving him too much credit. He probably just playing nines that shit, just reads from the script right there.
Good grief. Here I am. What set am I on? I'm Patrick Stewart. I can't really do a good Patrick
So playing in the theater next to you on the same day is going to be a movie that you probably would rather see, Pete. It's Ford versus Ferrari.
That actually does not look bad at all.
Damn
man.
right. It's directed by James Mangold. Remember the guy that was going to do the Boba Fett movie?
Mm-hmm.
And that stars Robert Sparta, Ketria, Balfe, Christian Bale, and Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Isn't Rebecca Ferguson in that too?
I
want to say she's in that.
I don't see her name here.
No, okay. Maybe it was something else she was in. Because they were. The only reason I say that is because she was another actress's name that got thrown into place.
Roberta Sparta,
Okay.
Catriona Balfe.
What if they have to race against Slave One?
I got money on Boba Fett.
Yeah, I'm Bob Falfa, aka Boba Fett.
Bob Falfa.
That's a deep cut right there, buddy. That's a deep cut. Now this one looks really exciting. This is The Good Liar. All right, career con artist Roy Corte can hardly believe his luck when he meets well-to-do widow Betty McLeish online. As Betty opens her home and life to him, Roy is surprised to find himself caring about her, turning what should be a cut-and-dry swindle into the most treacherous tightrope walk of his life. That stars Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen. Sorry. Mjolnir. Mahershala. Yeah.
Mahershala.
That is directed by Bill Condon. That's Oscar bait, is what we call in the movie business. That's some Oscar bait that's coming out. And then we got Waves. This looks like it's probably a foreign film just based on the poster itself. 135 minutes. Traces the journey of a suburban African-American family led by a well-intentioned but domineering father as they navigate love, forgiveness, and coming together in the aftermath of a loss. Probably makes me want to drive into a tree.
Lost interest.
Yeah, that's directed by Trey Edward Schultz, starring Taylor Russell, Kelvin Harrison Jr., Alexa Demie, and Bill Weiss.
I think
then we have a documentary, Scandalous: The True Story of the National Enquirer.
Ooh.
97 minutes, directed by Mark Landsman. No cast there because it's a documentary. Then we have The Warrior Queen of Janzi. This probably isn't going to even be released in theaters here because I don't recognize anybody. Oh, actually I do. A Tale of Woman's Empowerment. The Warrior Queen of Janzi tells the true story of Lakshamibi, the historic queen of Janzi, who fiercely led her army against the British East India Company in infamous mutiny of 1857. I shouldn't be giggling when I say that, but I butcher every name.
What's this movie called?
The Warrior Queen of Jahansi, or Jhansi, however that's pronounced.
Is that going to be in theaters here in America?
I do not know. It stars Jodie. It's directed by Swati Bahais, Jodie May, Rupert Everett, Derek Jacobi, and Ben Lamb. I recognize the name Rupert Everett.
The director sounds like it'd be Taika Waititi's cousin or something.
It probably is. Yeah, it probably
Taco
is.
Tuesday's cousin.
Then we got this particular poster here. Looks like it was done in Photoshop 3 minutes ago, and it has a big fat Sundance Film Festival logo on the front of it. It's called All Rise.
He has 3 more minutes than Ryan Johnson took on the fucking Last Jedi script.
It's a 98-minute movie, so it's already better than Ryan Johnson's Last Jedi script. It's Monster is what the prosecutor calls a 17-year-old honor student, Steve Harmon. He is being charged with felony murder, but is Steve really a monster? Adapted from the best-selling novel of the same name by Walter Dean Myers.
Wait, you said it's an honor roll student that was they charged for murder?
Yes. Directed by Anthony Mandler, stars Tim Blake Nelson, Jeffrey Wright, Jennifer L., John David Washington.
Fucking, I don't think it's funny. I'm just laughing because Cody started laughing.
He just losing his shit over here. All right, last one on the list.
Exam.
Mickey and the Bear. Faced with the responsibility to take care of her addict veteran father, headstrong teen Mickey Peck keeps her household afloat. Directed by Annabelle Antianaso, stars Camila Morin, James Badge Dale, Calvin Demba, and Ben Rosenfield. That's it.
Never heard any of them.
No,
just
Sounds
picture
like
a family.
That sounds like an opening weekend for lots of strong whammon.
Yeah, it sounds like Oscar bait season.
I just picture like a bunch of people on top of a house trying to like blow up balloons to keep the house afloat.
It sounds like it'd be a good video game.
It's like up
It's
two.
Up.
Too high, too high.
Ed Asner yelling at people. God damn it. Listen, you little bastards.
It's been a long day, guys.
Let's see. Here we go.
That's all I got for movies coming out this week. Back to you, Pete.
All right. Well, for a trailer watch, I think I have a good one queued up here. And that is for a film actually coming out because I've covered Charlie's Angels enough until and thank you, Groove, for Movie Monday.
You're welcome. Hope I did it justice.
You did, sir. Absolutely. Let me acknowledge the chat here. We've got let's see, wait, okay, so it's Wagerson. Jeffrey Wagerson. There we go. Wagerson. All right. I'm always Wagerson. Yeah, I can't
It's
do math.
Dierte.
Don't try to church it up, son. All right. So Jeffrey and Flair X in the chat right now. Let's get we got 4 people watching. Let's get 4. Bitch slaps that like button, smack the shit out of it, get baby power. I don't care. We're gonna watch a trailer for a Chadwick Boseman movie that's coming out on
the like button.
on November 22nd, actually. Like I said, because we're not going to watch any more. No, I'm not. The next coverage I do with Charlie's Angels will be my live review of it, which will probably be.
I'll be there.
Groove will be there. Absolutely.
Well, I'll be there with a big ass bowl of popcorn too, just like.
I'm.
You go. I'm done. I already seen my shit movie this year. I'm done. I ain't got to do nothing else. Not a damn thing.
Does The Last Jedi count as my bad film that I get to see?
That came out in 2017. You don't get off that easy, son.
No, I mean, never mind. Rise of Skywalker, same thing.
If you're gonna see Rise of Skywalker, that absolutely counts. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
100%.
Are you guys seeing it?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Okay,
cool.
I have to talk
stay
about
home
that.
and rearrange my sock drawer.
Hang on. Before we'll watch this trailer. And actually, here, you know what? For 1 second, I'm going to back out of the screen share for a second here because this is something I want to say. And Cody, you were asking if I actually am going to see Rise of Skywalker. And before everybody in the Fandom Menace freaks out and loses their mind because a dude who has the fucking Fandom Menace logo as his avatar is going to see the Rise of Skywalker. Now, I have a reason for this. And it's because I'm taking my mom to see it. Because in 1983, my mother took me to see Return of the Jedi. And this will probably be the last Star Wars movie that is released during her time on this earth. So I'm going to take her to see it, begrudgingly and against all better judgment. But this is what I'm going to do for my mom. So yeah, it's
legit.
I'm kind of tearing up here talking about that. Because it's kind of personal. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go. I am gonna go see it. Unfortunately, and I did tell her that I will attempt to refrain from laughing audibly at the stupidity. If the spoilers and
just try not to get thrown out of the movie theater. Yeah,
I know. That's what I said. I'm really gonna have to.
Of course, if I'd have known you were gonna see that, I wouldn't have made you see Charlie's Angels. So now you're getting double dicked.
Drinking, so.
Well, we didn't.
Pete, I tell you what. So, I pre-ordered the Fallen Order Jedi game that's coming out. It comes out Friday, and part of the pre-order is you get a free movie ticket, and I'll send that your way, so you don't actually have to pay for your ticket.
Nice.
Oh well, thank
awesome.
you, man. Well, thank you. That is that's awesome. Thanks, man.
This is the Fandom Menace taking care of each other. This is how we roll.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but thank you, man. Thank you, Salvador. But yeah, that's the only reason, and I didn't come to that decision lightly, but everything given consideration, I was like, I'm gonna take moms to see this one because, like I said, she probably won't. Fingers crossed you will, but
I didn't see that one coming. I thought you were going to say Trey, and I'm like, well, of course, you got a kid. You got to take him to see that if they want to see it. You know.
Oh no, he's 4. I won't take him to a movie theater yet.
Trey would probably throw his fucking popcorn thing at the screen. He'd be so mad.
Oh,
like,
trust
what's
me.
this bullshit? And you're like, dude, you're 4.
Upon sight of Ray, he's like, Dad, get the trebuchet. And he knows we have a trebuchet. He knows what that shit is, and he can say that right. So that's my little man. He knows.
Rules, dude.
Before we go any further, we were talking about movies coming out and Oscar season and all that.
Yeah.
Hollywood executives, if you're watching this, Shadow, like Ghost watching this, may I submit for your consideration this. He's Oscar worthy. He's got this little hentai tentacle. And he's a big baby bastard, as you can see.
Still
now, since the chat didn't really submit their results, can you tell us what the hell that is again?
Abso-fucking-lutely. So, it is a double-headed dildo. No. It is from. So I'm a big fan of kaiju movies, especially like the cheesier and more awful they are, the happier I am. This is a character named Bogan, and he is from the Ultraman series. And he has no arms except for this flailing tentacle, and his legs. He's always walking on his knees and shoveling, I guess, his phallus around. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but all I can assume is that the person in the costume is kneeling on their knees and walking and using this thing with their hand. And I don't know, some unlucky soul must be here, like army crawling forward just so that they can shuffle forward.
Folks, like, I've been looking at this thing for the past, before we got on air, like, what, 30 minutes ago?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still confused. Like, I still don't know what it, like, oh my God.
Leo Red,
All I
watch
can
out, Luke
think of is
Skywalker might try to milk it.
This thing can have a weekend all by itself. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
no,
there
no,
it is.
yeah, not
There it
the
is.
potato sack.
It's got the potato sack. No.
Oh man,
That's her God.
oh. We just made a movie just now.
Who?
She's trying to taser it from walking out of the resistance.
Oh, I just took a screenshot of that.
That's going up in the Facebook group for sure.
Yo,
Oh yeah.
yo, show that
that
to
is-
Jeff, man.
That is going out right now. Oh shit. Appalachian
Happy
American.
Veterans Day, everybody.
Happy Veterans Day. Appalachian Americans in the chat. He says, I plan on seeing 9. Just enjoy the dumpster fire. Yeah, man. Like I said, I wouldn't be going if I wasn't
Going
taking-
in raw like the rest of us.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm bringing my flask and going with a couple buddies of mine. They bought my ticket. Guys, I'm going in balls deep with my Last Jedi Sucks t-shirt and Phantom Menace hat. So
Nice.
it's happening. So I might get a couple dildos thrown at me from SJW, but it's okay.
Got to represent the minority of people that don't like these movies now.
I'll use the Force. I learned how to use it 2 days ago.
They don't have the chutzpah to do that. They'll just tweet about it later.
They
guy
don't
This guy
have
doesn't like
chutzpah.
dildos. Oh my God.
You gotta say isn't it chutzpah?
Chutzpah.
Chutzpah. Ave Nagi. Okay. But no, so yeah, we're definitely gonna do a review of this together, man. Some Rise of Skywalker. I will go full spoilers the first time out too when we do a review.
I'm not
of
worried
it.
about having that spoiled for me whatsoever.
Skies of
I'll
Rise
be there.
Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think many people are in the Phantom Menace. Like I said, I didn't want to, but I mean,
This will probably be the first Star Wars movie since. Well, no, I can't say the first. If you want to count Solo, I allowed Solo to be completely spoiled for me, and then
Yeah,
I
same.
didn't even watch Solo until it came to Netflix. I think
I still haven't watched it.
There was a WCBS watch part. Well, I watched it just to see what all the fuss was about. I'm like, okay, well, that was a lot of nothing. I was completely bored. And then I watched it one more time as a WCBS watch party. And those are the only 2 times I've seen Solo. I don't own it. I don't intend on buying it. It was a complete waste of everybody's time.
It's on Netflix.
Yep, it was boring.
Yeah, it
movie.
was bad.
This is the
Solo.
first Star Wars
Very
movie.
very bland, lifeless movie. Like whereas The Last Jedi like pissed you off to no end. Solo's biggest problem is that it lacks any kind of personality whatsoever. It's just,
You know that
it's just
meme of
nothing.
Jackie Chan? He's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how I was like the whole time.
that's yeah,
Yep.
that's that one for everybody.
This is the first Star Wars movie I'm going to go see where I'm just going to hate watch it. Isn't that sad?
Like voluntarily go in and hate watch it. That is pretty sad. It's
That is
kinda,
sad.
Kind of sadistic. It's almost like Pete watching Batwoman
Oh
videos.
god. Oh god. Don't. Oh, please.
Pete's
no.
probably like cutting himself like while watching it. It's like,
You know-
and then say no.
The only good thing about Batwoman is those goddamn videos get views. Like my one from last week is still picking up steam. It's like over 100 and I don't know, it's like 105 views. The other one's up to like 156 views.
Dude,
This
you released a 20-minute video on Batwoman today. How long is one of those episodes?
21.
like 40, probably, I don't know, 48
So
minutes,
you gave that
50
like
minutes.
way more attention than it deserved. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you managed to find 20 minutes of stuff worth to talk about out of a 46-minute episode of Batwoman.
Pete, you better not be wearing no pink vagina hats on us.
I'm wearing it. Damn, man. No.
Now I know what to get him for Christmas.
Oh, that's savage, bro. That's savage. Give me extensions, if anything. Let's see. Before we get in, Flare X says, isn't 21 Bridges the movie they pushed off for a couple years? I seem to remember it being advertised, I think. I don't know if it was pushed back at all. I saw the first trailer for this movie when I went to see Endgame.
Yeah.
And I never really heard much about it after that.
It looks sick.
It looks really good, and this
awesome.
I'm really hyped to see Chadwick Boseman in.
Speaking of Chadwick Boseman, did you ever see Get On Up, the story of James Brown?
I didn't.
No. Dude, you would love that movie.
I love James Brown.
I just saw that
too.
like about a month ago. He was awesome in that.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Did he play James Brown?
He played James Brown.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
He played the hell out of him too, man.
I'll tell you what, if you're into that, you should definitely check out this.
Oh, I can't see what you're doing right now. God damn it. I can't see because I got my screen share up.
Don't worry. It can wait.
It's not going anywhere. Yeah, it'll still be there. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little face.
Oh, I feel pretty. All right, here we go. Here's the final trailer for 21 Bridges in theaters, November 22nd.
If you do wrong,
How's the audio?
be afraid.
Audio's great.
Shooters. They have training.
For he does not bear the sword in vain. He carries out wrath on the wrongful.
I will find them. If we don't catch these guys in the next 3 or 4 hours, they vanish. How you gonna do this?
There are 21 bridges in and out of the island. Shut them down. What island? Manhattan.
You ain't got the action when you see me on strike. BTO, we back again. No way. Still going bad on you.
They told me you were the guy who kills killers.
Beautiful. What could go wrong? You got a trigger. You better have perfect diction calling me a trigger.
This is a setup.
Call it what you want.
I just did.
If you go down this road, you're looking over your shoulder the rest of your life.
I'd rather look the devil in the eye.
Still going bad on you.
That looks pretty badass.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
I'm definitely in for that one, man. That I kind of want to see that in the theater, but oh my god, what the fuck?
What?
What did? What?
Oh my!
Oh my god! Why, Lord?
God.
Here's what it is. It's the
I love it.
It's the Human Centipede, the third link.
This is art, damn it.
Oh my god! This is his art. This is Sal's art, ladies and gentlemen.
I have
PDA for life.
Paint me like one of your Resistance girls.
So what I took away from that trailer is that Chadwick Boseman is a Batman villain from the Nolan trilogy, because didn't all of them try to shut down the bridges into Gotham?
Yeah.
Wasn't that all kind of their big thing, was to break all the bridges and control Gotham? So
Except Chadwick's a cop in this one, isn't he?
right.
Yes.
He's also seems like he was doing his best Denzel impression the entire time.
I got that vibe too. I didn't want to say that because I'm you know, I realize I'm getting older, and the actors that I used to love are also getting way older, so I have to be like more appreciative of the up and comers. But I was definitely getting a Denzel vibe there.
Yes.
It's even like the cadence in his voice, the timbre, everything was like he was trying to be Denzel. Maybe they wanted Denzel for that role and he turned it down.
Or they had Denzel in mind for that role, but some idiot probably said, "Well, he's too old. Let's put Chadwick Boseman in there because man, that movie, that Marvel movie that he was in, made so much money."
True. It could also maybe it might have like a cabin in the woods or a like unicorn store thing where maybe this was made a while back and now they're putting it out because Black Panther was so successful.
I don't know if they'd put it out this time of year though. If that was the case, if this was something more like what you just said, they'd probably release it in Dumpuary.
Yeah,
if they still do that sort of thing. Except now, good movies come out in Dumpuary. They're kind of changing that a little bit. Usually if something came out in January, February, it's like, it's trash. And they put it out because there's literally nothing else out because everything got shoveled into November, Oscar bait season.
Right.
And January and February is left over for all the movies that nobody could be bothered with. Movies that studios would like to forget and use as a write-off.
Yeah, you got to think about Star Wars too, because that shit got shoveled off into May originally because they're like, well, no one's going to go see it. May's a nice month, and then they created the summer blockbuster.
Yep.
So
they did. That's for sure.
Well, that's. I think this is. Oh God, the Oscars though. How serious can you take the Oscars when they just? I don't know. I understand like the awards and everything, but like the Oscars don't mean as much as they used to because of how they just kind of
it's turning into a participation award.
It
because
is.
You have to give it to somebody, and even if you had a year that now I'm not talking about this year because personally I think this year had a lot of really good movies. I do say that. I mean that. I'll stand behind that. But there are some years where it's like, wow, that was all there was this year. It's like a couple of Marvel movies. Really? It's like in a year where you have like 10 of them and 2 of those are up for Oscars. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't think that's yeah. You can't well, we're going to talk about that Oscar thing with Marvel later on because I've got it's not really, like I said, it's not really an article. We don't really have to read it. I just want to use a couple footnotes out of it. And it pertains to our favorite cheese, of course. Being recommended for an Oscar. Yeah, that's right.
Yay, thick house.
All right, so should we check out this trailer for Invisible Man?
Yes.
Let's watch this because I didn't get
mostly I just want to see you guys' reactions on this.
I haven't seen it yet.
I want to see your guys' reaction to this.
What the
Keep them coming, Sal.
I love it.
This is like the only salad I would eat. Green leaves with some good protein in that yellow potato
What
sack.
once was an avocado has taken on a life of its own. That's my caption for that image.
I'm excited to see the next one.
Guacamole.
Jeez.
All right, here we go. This is the Invisible Man trailer. All right, ready?
Oh, man.
Let's see.
Wow, man.
As the attorney representing Adrian's trust, I'm required to read a prepared statement. Cecilia, although our relationship wasn't perfect,
you're breaking my heart.
I thought that you would talk to me rather than run away.
Are you okay? What happened to him?
He cut his wrist. Per his final wishes, you're getting $5 million. Contingent, of course, on the fine print. He can't be ruled to be mentally incompetent.
It just doesn't make any sense.
What?
Adrian wouldn't kill himself.
Listen, you're getting your freedom back, okay? Don't let him haunt you.
Hello? I'm scared.
You don't have to be scared of him anymore.
He was a sociopath, completely in control of everything. He said that wherever I went, he would find me, walk right up to me, and I wouldn't be able to see him.
You okay?
Someone sitting in that chair. I found something that can prove what I'm experiencing. You need help. Adrian is dead. I went to his house today. He's not dead.
Damn, what a house.
I have a pile of ashes in the box that would disagree with you.
He has figured out a way to be invisible.
Only thing more brilliant than inventing something that makes you invisible is coming up with the perfect way to torture you.
Dude, if he hurts that dog, I'm going to kick his ass.
Dogs don't never have a good time in horror movies, Cody. Ever.
No.
Don't come any closer.
Dude.
I'm not crazy. Please listen to me.
You're saying the person trying to kill you is in the room right now, but we can't see him?
Damn.
He's listening. Where are you? Where are you? Show yourself! Come on! Do it! There you are.
The fuck?
That looks fucking
Bro.
That was
great.
a metaphor.
I mean, to be fair,
To be fair.
if it's going to remake the movie, it's not doing a stage-by-stage remake of the original Invisible Man. It's doing its own take.
It's
Probably
good.
started off being something else, and then they probably just thought, let's just call it the Invisible Man. Fuck it.
Yep.
Because if it follows original Invisible Man lore, that part where she's looking at the chair and you see the thing go down, Invisible Man has to be naked for that to work. So his junk, his sweaty junk, his sweaty invisible junk is sitting on that chair.
Balls everywhere. and
Yep,
shit.
ball
Sweaty
sweat.
booty
yeah.
print.
Yep.
Yeah, his ass neck is all over it. Oh God, his ass neck.
Ugh.
Hey,
And that's why she had that look of horror on her face, like, oh God, his junk is on my furniture.
your ass
Oh.
better be on that plastic, motherfucker.
Hey,
Did you touch my drum
Tico's
sets?
here.
Yep, I was just gonna say, hail Darth Tico.
Darth Tico. It's funny
Now-
if you arrive right now.
My fear of that, though, Pete. Oh no, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Somehow it's getting worse. My fear is please don't use that to try to keep kickstarting that dark universe, because that shit ain't never gonna work. It's a meme, that whole dark universe opening logo from the Mummy that came out a couple of years ago.
Yep.
It's a meme at this point. You can't do a dark universe. If you want to reboot these original monster movies, cool. Just do something cool with it. Invisible Man at least looks interesting.
Yes, it does. Hey, wait, we gotta acknowledge this from Leo Red. As an incel, I'm always the Invisible Man.
It has left me scarred and deformed.
Oh, fucking hail Leo Red. The roving pack of incel still lurking
Roving
around
the countryside.
outside of the theaters where Joker's playing. Which is that shit we need to let me run a check on that real quick before we jump.
Yeah, I was gonna
into
say, last time I checked, did any violent outbreaks occur outside of the Joker screenings? Because if so, I haven't heard anything yet.
No.
And that's been out for about a month now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking.
All right, let's see.
They warned us of the impending doom surrounding Joker. I'm still waiting for it.
I want worldwide.
The doom is that now it's the most profitable superhero movie of all time, and the most profitable R-rated superhero movie of all time.
So Box Office Mojo changed because Joker has more than 313 million. Where the hell is the worldwide gross? Oy.
I think Box Office Mojo is the one that got closed down. I think what you want to look at is the numbers. Let me try that one.
Well, that used to box. They just changed the entire format of
so
it.
They incorporated into some other hellhole website. There was like some merger or some shit. So
Worldwide. Here we
I'm
go.
gonna look it up in the numbers and see
There
what
we
I
go.
got.
Let's see.
The Joker.
Joker. 986,512,810 right now worldwide. 14 million away from cracking the big $1 billion
It's gonna
mark.
get it. It's gonna
on
get
a
it.
$55 million
I bet you
budget.
a bunch of people went to go see it today, being Veterans Day and being an extended weekend. It's going to hit it. It will hit it probably by next weekend, I'm sure.
What did they say? It's still been making around $1 million a day.
Something like that, yeah.
So I mean, it's just damn. That's good, man. I'm happy. Like I said, that makes me happy because that movie was great. It was really great. That I dug it. Let's see. But right now we'll jump into main topic, which number one, we're gonna do some MCU news here, and this is and I've been telling the guys there's a lot of MCU stuff going on right now. I'll be covering some of it tonight and the rest of it on Wednesday on the boardroom for my part of my contribution, of course. to that, which will be over on Goober Brothers Entertainment this week, Wednesday night, 8:35 Eastern.
Yeah.
Right here on the Superstation TBS. Oh, wait, no, wrong plug. Let's see. Let's jump on over.
That's what's up.
Let's jump on over here. There's no audio to share too. This article right here from Cinema Blend. Kevin Feige confirms 3 Marvel heroes. Kevin Feige confirms 3 Marvel heroes who will appear in MCU movies after Disney Plus shows, and let the pop-ups begin. God bless you.
Fatal J is in the chat. What is up, Fatal J?
Fatal J, how you doing, my man?
Sup, champ?
Let's see. What up? All right, let's go back to screen share here. Cinema Blend is acting up. Ladies and gentlemen, Cinema Blend. Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige is the architect of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. When he's not busy making a Star Wars movie or fighting with Sony over Spider-Man, Feige is now busy working on Phase 4 on the film front, while also promoting the Infinity Saga box set later this month and the arrival of Disney Plus this Tuesday. Let's talk about that. Is anybody else here getting that?
Hell to the no.
My girlfriend's getting Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
I'm getting it.
I get it because I get Verizon Unlimited, so I'll get it for free.
Yep, exactly.
So, and I want to watch The Mandalorian. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
I'll watch it and review it.
Say, quick side note, like, I know Fandom Menace, all that, supported, proud member. I desperately want Mandalorian to be good. I want good stuff. Even if Disney's making it, I just want it to be good. Like, I'm not gonna just blindly hate everything they put out just because they've done us wrong. I mean, I sound like an abuse victim, but like, I really want it to be good. So I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be subjective. I'm going to give it a fair shake, but I'm also going to hold it to that standard that the OT set back in the 70s and 80s.
So. Absolutely.
I just got a great idea for a movie, Pete.
Yes.
Just now. This is where my mind goes. Okay. So,
Orlando?
So the cast of The Mandalorian, the show that you're about to watch, they find a DeLorean that is also a time machine. And they go back in time to stop Solo from being made, so that the guy that did Logan can direct The Mandalorian as a blockbuster movie instead of Solo. Yeah. The Mandalorian versus the DeLorean.
Or it can be a DeLorean with a male appendage.
I would say, but the droid they have is a male droid, and they have to plug it into the door for it to work. So it's the man DeLorean.
Yep. The droid is a flux capacitor.
Hell yeah. Speaking of
extra long tailpipe.
I like it. Oh shit. All right, so
I got to shift into gear. Please don't stop.
Oh, and the robot's name is Tweet.
Tweet.
Spelled all weird with numbers and letters, but
the blue check mark at the end of it.
Yeah, it's got to have a blue check mark.
Yeah, it's like TVV33T. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be as creative as DO.
Yeah, DO.
Fucking hair dryer, dude.
Rodney James Dio.
That's what I was thinking of. I was like, holy diver,
holy daisy,
oh Dio, oh Dio.
Yo, I went to Disney Springs a couple weekends ago, and I went inside a couple of the stores. Bro, there is so much fucking Dio stuff out there. It's like little hair dryers all over the place. You're like, what is this? A Con Air store?
He's the pork for this movie.
It is, dude. It's crazy.
He totally is. Yeah.
The one that's marketed towards the children.
I knew something was wrong when I first saw that porg. I'm like, the what now? And the what? Yeah, and like, I remember reading the article in the newspaper, like, this is gonna be the hot new toy this year. And I'm like, no, it's not.
It's a Furby.
No, it's not. It's a Furby.
It is. It is a goddamn recycled Furby.
It is a recycled Furby. How many times have they tried to sell us those, which are already knockoff Gremlins? Come on, Mogwai. Knockoff Mogwai.
All right, let's see. MCU Phase 4 currently features Black Widow. Watch that one. The Eternals, don't care. Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. I'll watch that on Blu-ray. Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness.
I'll watch the shit out of that Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, I'll go see that one. I'm not going to lie. I really want that one to be good. Kevin Thor, Love and Legumes. Don't give two shits and a fuck about that. And a last-minute-ish addition, the third Spider-Man movie.
Boo.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll be the last one he does in the MCU outside.
Not one of those movies that you mentioned is exciting at all. Not one single fucking one of them.
I'm Doctor Strange one, man. That is me. Let me get the Doctor Strange. Yeah, that's.
I got faith in the Black Widow one, but
Yep.
I really don't want them to be like, oh, it was a clone the whole time in Endgame. Ah.
Well, I don't think they're gonna bring her back to life, but I think they're gonna make that Yelena Belova chick the new Black Widow moving forward for the new or the Young Avengers. So that's their plan. I believe is where they're going with that. But then the fact, trust me,
I just
man.
want Thor to get a 6-pack back in his courage.
I feel like
he's gonna get a 6-pack. He's gonna get a 6-pack of White Claw in his mini fridge. Is what you're gonna get, Cody. That's what you just got. You just did the monkey's paw wish on that. You're gonna get the
I'm
6-pack of White Claw in the mini fridge.
I prefer LaCroix over White Claw, so thank you very much.
The best thing it could
Thank
do
you very much.
is it be Wolverine pops out White Claws out of his hand to give them to him.
Here you go, kid. Grapefruit.
Surprise, bitches! It's Daniel Radcliffe's Wolverine.
Daniel Radcliffe's Wolverine.
Pops White Claw of his hand. Surprise, bitches!
Well, let's pull a black horse. Gilbert Gottfried for Wolverine.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Oh my God!
I could have had a heart attack and died if you'd have had me play Wolverine, bitches.
I can't do it. This heat is killing me. We were in the desert for years. Oh God!
Sound Committee. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God!
Jafar!
Oh, that fucking.
Join me all weekend on USA Up All Night Movies.
Oh God! Stop, Gilbert! You're killing me. That's too much.
Family Guy and Peter's like Gilbert Godfrey. He's like the fucking horse.
Oh, let's see. But the MCU also includes Disney Plus, new shows, and Kevin Feige has made it clear that the MCU fans are going to want to watch or at least keep up with the new shows, or they won't fully understand the upcoming MCU movies. See right there, that's just bullshit.
That's fucked up.
That's bullshit.
That's
man.
like Star Wars, like making books and comics. It's like you have to read these to understand the context
That means that
of the new movie.
Yeah, that means your movie fucking sucks. If I have to read a book,
Yeah,
to
see,
figure out
so
what the
now
movie
they
is?
have this is how they're going to do it, Pete. They're going to use all that stuff that normally used to be separate stories and companion pieces. They're going to make it all one big part of a piece of jigsaw puzzle. Like, well, I have to buy all the comic books and all the books and stuff, and then I have to watch the cartoons to understand what's going on in the movie. It's all connected, bro. You have to understand it because we can't just put it in one movie. Duh.
Yeah, Brian. Why don't you buy the book, Brian?
Brian, I don't feel so good, but my jaw so off, Brian.
Office don't feel so good, Brian.
Hey, did you clean my car? No, but I hit it with a rock.
I threw a rock at it. Is that what you wanted me to do?
No, I can't do that, but I'm good at other stuff.
Go to hell, Disney. Seriously.
I'm
Just
good at all kinds of jobs.
piss up a rope.
Yeah,
Let's get
people like make that argument. They're like, "Oh, well, the prequels.
Dude,
they
you have to read the
they had
book."
books, and comics." It's like, yeah, but those were kind of like bonus issues,
Yep.
like bonus stories. They weren't supposed to go exactly like right into the movies. They're just like bonus side story things.
Case in point, the Phantom. The Phantom. I always say Phantom. The Phantom Menace. The episode 1, the Phantom Menace. The book is way better than the movie, but that's not fair. The movie should have done it as good as the book did. Maybe you should have had the writer of the book direct the fucking movie. But I would never ask somebody. I'm like, well, if you read the book, it makes the movie better. That's not the way it's supposed to work.
No.
I'm intelligent enough to know that that's not how that's supposed to work.
They were companion pieces. Like they would elaborate a little further.
They fill it. The books are meant, if they're written well, they're meant to fill in the gaps in between. To just flesh things out a little bit more than the movie did in its runtime.
Yeah, it's like for episode 3, that Palpatine's kind of chamber scene where the Jedi show up to fight him. I was like, well, Kit Fisto only got hit in the gut a little bit. He might still be alive. In the book, it's like, no, Palpatine has his severed head on his desk. I was like, oh, well,
Yeah, I remember that.
There goes that.
That book was good. Yeah, the Phantom Menace book and the Revenge of the Sith books were really good. Attack the Clones put me to sleep. That was
his
literally
smiling
boring book.
Kit Fisto's smiling head on Palpatine's desk.
Yep.
Because
he was using it as an ashtray.
But Star Wars is for kids, guys.
Because didn't he almost behead Aegon Kolar and Kit Fisto, or Aegon Kolar and
Sashi
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's the first one. Fucking, he had like the gift of like somewhat foresight, and that's why he got caught off guard, because he was trying to anticipate his moves, and he fucking couldn't, because he was a black blur screeched across the room, I think was the exact phrase.
Yes.
So, but
yeah, and he used that force shriek or whatever it is too, that like kind of knocked out the Jedi's force abilities, didn't it? That's why he did that yell
that's
before.
great, yeah.
Yep.
Words are hard. Disoriented them and kind of like, it's like, God, what do they call it in the EU? Fucking Thrawn wears one around his neck. It's like a creature that blocks the force. It's something similar to that.
Yslamir?
Yes. I had fun. I started reading those books.
I read those books.
I listened.
I was told that all my ideas were like, that's the Thrawn trilogy. I was
In
like,
fact, the Thrawn figure I have has one. He has one of those around his neck.
I've seen that one.
Yeah,
that's the Comic-Con exclusive one.
I was gonna say my
No,
Thrawn does not.
This one wasn't a Comic-Con exclusive.
No?
It was just something I bought in a store. Yeah.
Oh, it's not the 6-inch scale.
No, this is a 3 and 3/4 inch. I'm kind of partial to the 3 and 3/4 inch figures, so I have.
Yeah, me too. I don't like having figures bigger than my dick either.
Damn.
This is 6-inch scale. Like, well,
Hashtag sick burn.
Well, don't let the old lady see it. She'll know I've been lying to her.
Oh shit! Let's see. Where the hell was I?
Oh hey, Freddie Prinze Jr. Yeah, Star Wars is totally for kids.
Meanwhile, back at Cinema.
Yeah, they're writing books about cutting. Some of the novelization stuff is so violent. Yeah, but yeah, please believe Freddie Prinze Jr. when he says, "Yeah, bro, just for kids, bro."
That guy from Wing
I know
Commander?
for kids, bro. I know for sure because I talked to like Dave Filoni, who was about to like totally like ruin the Clone Wars series with season 7.
We need to talk about that sometime too. But yeah, let me wrap this one up, because we got a lot of Star Wars to talk about in a little bit. But on that note,
bro, I would know way better than all of you.
How'd you do? What'd you do with Star Wars? Nothing, but I threw a rock at it.
Yeah, did you, Ryan, bitch Ryan Johnson, did you make the movie?
Nah, I made a first draft and I said that was good enough and we just filmed it and said fuck it.
No, but I threw a rock at the box office.
What was the most interesting character?
She's a potato sack.
She looks like this.
You know, for some reason, every time that gets brought up, that draft, it's like I can picture Kathleen Kennedy like by a pool, you know, and she's got one of those fruity little fucking drinks in her hand. She's got the sunglasses on. She's laying out there staring off into space. Ryan Johnson kind of walks up there like a 5th grader handing his fucking homework.
Yep.
Hands it to Kathleen. She's still staring up into space. Takes her pen. She's got one hand, like she's got the umbrella and the straw in one mouth, and she just kind of scribbles on it, like signs off on it. And he goes, "Thank you," and then runs away, and then starts filming his fucking movie. Because it had to be as much that she looked at that fucking draft, dude.
You forgot the part where she crushes up 2 more Xanax and sniffs those.
You know?
Looking at the stars and be like, that constellation looks like a vagina.
The yellow one is the sun.
Wow, the sun is really yellow. The sun looks like Rose Tico's sack.
We're saving what we love, Finn. Fuck off.
He took inspiration from Dobby from Harry Potter.
I see you definitely know how to write strong women.
I feel like she probably read that.
A+++++.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, it's like the scene, like Ralphie's daydream at school.
Yep.
Just A+++++++.
Everybody's lifting Ryan up and cheering for him and shit.
Meanwhile, JJ's out there with his tongue stuck to the fucking pole.
He's probably got his tongue stuck to a pole.
His mouth is stuck to something.
If
else.
you know what I'm saying, and I think you do.
I triple dog dare you.
Oh God.
Bob seems awfully happy today. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, Mr. Iger's in a good mood.
That's the name of this episode. Which Star Wars director has its tongue stuck to a pole recently?
That's why JJ created. That's why he created Secret Hideout, because his tongue's always stuck to a pole. He needed that secret hideout.
Oh God. Because bad reboot wasn't bad enough. I'm sorry, we're getting way off track here.
We can bash on Star Wars a little bit.
We got to get to some Star Wars.
Yep.
What are we talking about? Flintstones? What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones.
Superheroes that nobody cares about.
Speaking of which, on that note, Kevin Feige just confirmed to The Hollywood Reporter that new Disney Plus show stars Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, and Moon Knight will be appearing on the big screen in MCU movies after their Disney Plus debuts. You probably figured there'd be a crossover, but now we have confirmation about those 3 new characters getting movie time. Other Disney Plus shows will feature familiar faces, including Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki, What If, and Hawkeye. And I think they're still in talks to do a Hawkeye movie.
You know, that whole sentence that you read sounded like a lyric from Van Morrison. Well, it's a Marvel She-Hulk for a Moon Knight, and and the stars above. Sorry.
Question: will Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, and Moon Knight show up in Phase 4 movies, or will they be held for what we're expecting in Phase 5? The characters' new Disney Plus series don't have premiere dates yet, although Moon Knight showrunner Jeremy Slater has been tweeting up a storm of excitement. Oh boy. I was 7.
Yay, Twitter news.
I'm not reading his fucking tweet. I'm sorry. Sold. We recently learned that Loki will be connecting to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. WandaVision should also have links to that movie, which it's confirmed it will, since Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch is meant to have a key role in Doctor Strange's new film, as well as starring in her Disney Plus show with Vision. And I like the Loki character, with especially Tom Hiddleston. Man, Tom Hiddleston is really good. I dig Loki, and I like them connecting that. Those ones together. Let's see. Do you have any theories for the new Marvel? Blah blah blah. There. Hey, look, it's Mahershala Ali, ScarJo, and Lady Thor.
Natalie Thorntman.
All he needs is that glaive in his hand.
Yep. Oh man. So yeah. Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, and fucking
Bogan.
Moon Knight Shalamalan.
Moon Knight Shalamalan. Yeah. And fucking Bogan down there, double end and 2 rows Tico.
Is there a 3rd row Tico?
No, I don't hate myself that much to buy a 3rd.
Like I say, I hope you're screenshotting those and sending them to EVS.
I got the first couple of them. Oh God. But no,
what you should do is you should screenshot those, Sal, send them to EVS, and then say, if you want more of these, send me an additional $9.95 a month.
Subscribe to my private Snapchat.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh God. Those so I don't know, man. This whole like I hope they're not hinging their bets on Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, and Miss Marvel's already got the built-in.
Are they really that out of like interesting news to give people at this point? Is that really what they're doubling down on all these D-list characters like this?
The only one that I'm really like stoked about still is the Fantastic Four, like for them to debut.
It would be nice to see at least one decent iteration of that in my lifetime, other than the Roger Corman movie.
And I'm keeping my fingers crossed, man, that John Krasinski, because they are still like. Him and Emily Blunt are still like the only 2 that they've talked about, and I like John Krasinski. I think he's a good dramatic actor.
Do you realize how low of a bar that is to clear, Pete? To make a decent Fantastic Four movie, all you have to do is make it better than the Roger Corman movie that never went to the movie theaters.
I know, and
because that's still the best one that's come out. The Roger Corman direct-to-video, found on YouTube classic. With 0 budget and special effects, is still a better Fantastic Four than any of the versions that have had giant budgets behind them. What the actual fuck?
I just watched Silver Surfer the other night, man, and that one wasn't. You know what? Compared to Fan 4 Stick, Silver Surfer is a masterpiece.
But you know what carries those? It's the guy playing the Thing,
Michael Chiklis.
Michael Chiklis and Chris Evans are carrying those movies because everybody else in those movies are forgettable. I mean, completely forgettable, except for maybe Jessica Alba.
I was about to say, there you go.
You can't really.
I'll give you that one. Yeah, she's swing. Yeah,
you can't really forget Jessica Alba.
Definitely swing.
Let's see. Next piece of MCU news is the MCU already setting up its next Avengers team up. This is from CBR.com. We'll just kind of go over this one real quick. Marvel's announcement of Phase 4 slate came without an Avengers film, which, you know, this is kind of what they're looking for, is this new Avengers movie and one of these bigger Phase 4 movies or Phase 5 to line up and to shove Cat Pan mediocre in between, because I guarantee you, if they do the Young Avengers or something, or if they put it in between that and Fantastic Four, they're going to try to do Secret Wars with Cat Pan Marvel. I'll guarantee it. I will guarantee that's what they're going to do. And that's why they've been in the end of they had Spider-Man, Sam Jackson was in space, Nick Fury, you know, and they had Talos, they had the Skrulls were, you know, filling in for him, for Fury, and Kobe Smulders' character, Marie Hill. So,
you know what else I'd like to see happen? I'd like to see them Mark Ruffalo, the Captain Marvel character, by just replacing Captain Marvel with literally anybody else without any explanation, and then just roll with it like they did with Mark Ruffalo and the Hulk.
Wasn't Ronda Rousey interested in the Captain Marvel role for a little while?
Anybody would be better than what
she was still. They're still looking at her for She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Did she get her finger cut off or something?
I don't know.
You know, she got knocked out in about 13 seconds twice.
I still remember when Holly Holm whooped her ass. I was so happy. But I think Ronda Rousey would be a better She-Hulk than Stephanie Beatrice, or what was the other girl's? Well, I don't know. What was her name? Was it Emmy Rossum that we looked at that creepy picture of?
Just get the It's Ma'am guy.
If they wanted to be really stunning and brave and woke, they could.
It's Ma'am.
It's Ma'am.
It's Ma'am is Adam Warlock.
Hell yeah.
Be amazing.
Can you imagine It's Ma'am is He-Man in Masters of the Universe?
He'd be a better He-Man than Noah Centineo.
It's He-Man.
He-Man.
I remember circulating the Twitterverse a little while ago that He-Man movie was announced there, talking about recasting He-Man as a black man or something. I'm like, the only way that's okay is if they do Terry Crews and he has to wear a blonde swing bob wig.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Oh, my God. I would line up around the block to see that. Oh,
versus Don Cheadle's Captain Planet.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
And Skeletor.
Skeletor.
You can't have Dimmu Hanzoor do it either, because he's already that other guy that I
Chris Rock is Skeletor.
Chris Rock is Skeletor.
Sacha Baron Cohen is Skeletor.
Sacha Baron Cohen can be Merman.
He shows up at Hasselblad. I just want one rib.
One rib. How much for one rib? Oh God, from A Living Color. Oh, that
$1. Good Lord, it's a lot of money.
How about I give 52 cents? You cut in half.
That was just on like 2 or 3 days ago. I watched those when they're on TV. I was like,
great.
God, this show is fucking brilliant.
All right, let's see where else we at here. So the new Avengers team. On the ground level, we have Avengers reorganizing themselves. Falcon and Winter Soldier will establish the new Captain America. You got Spider-Man 3, Hawkeye, and Miss Marvel, which is going to be a dumpster fire. Yeah, I love how they talk about how much of a beloved character Miss Marvel is. She's only been around since like 2013.
Right.
I mean, it's not, the character doesn't sell books. I mean,
what I don't understand is that they're trying to build this like massive roster for the Avengers, and like the first Avengers team only had like 6 people on it.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why is it? Are they trying to repeat like in Infinity War every single time? It's like, just break it down to bare bones and then build up auxiliary characters throughout your later movies. Like, I know you're trying to catch lightning in a bottle twice, but
yep.
You know, swinging for a home run when a third, like a fucking triple hit will work. Why would you? You know, why would you risk it?
Speaking of bare bones, where the fuck is my Ghost Rider at?
Oh, he's in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Doesn't count. Canceled?
It did, finally.
Doesn't count. I want to see a cinematic
So
one.
is that guy that played the T-1000 going to actually play Ghost Rider, like in a movie? Because didn't they do that in a TV show?
Is that the same guy?
Yeah.
No,
It's him.
no,
It's the
Gabriel-
same- it's the
Gabriel
same guy,
Luna? Is
Gabriel
that his name?
Luna. Yeah, Gabriel
I
Luna.
hit his car with a rock.
Yeah.
I threw a rock at him.
No, it's like he did that in the comics. Like in the last, I think, 5 years, he traded his motorcycle for a Camaro or something. It's like Ghost Rider. Like I'd like to see them instead go way back and do like the Wild Wild West Ghost Rider instead, like on the flaming horse skeleton and shit. I think that'd be
Yeah, but
awesome.
they already did that in the movie. They're not going
The
to get away
wagon.
with that again. Yeah,
No,
they
I'm
did
talking
that with
like make
Sam
that
Elliott.
make that the entire. Just have Sam Elliott do it. Have the movie be about Sam Elliott getting the power the first time.
Have him digitally de-aged and shit.
Hell
Get a
yeah.
Model
He
T.
doesn't age at all. He hasn't aged since like 1982.
Sam Elliott? No. He was like the best part of the ranch.
Hell yeah.
I love that fucking show.
Ram tough. You're some kind of stupid, aren't you?
It's Coors, the banquet beer. I
You know,
say
I'm
words
gonna
with
say
a
it now.
B.
Sam
I'm
Elliott.
here to tell you about the dude.
What's that, Sal?
I said Sam Elliott and his mustache 2020.
Yep.
That's what
I'll take that. I'll take them odds. Too bad Patrick Swayze's not around to be VP.
Uh-oh. I asked them to hit the like button for more Tico art, and Leo Red said he hit it, so.
Uh-oh. Let's see what he got.
Ho, ho, ho!
Hang on. Let me go back over here.
This is an 18 plus image, ladies and gentlemen.
The top head is just filming.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
This is Disney's censored for morality.
Oh, no.
I just want to know, Sal, what the hell possessed you to buy that thing?
It was too cool for school, man.
The absurdity of it.
Too school for cool.
I don't know. I went toy hunting today, and I stopped by. So one of the local shops messaged me and he was like, "Hey, I got a bunch of TMNT stuff in." So I was like, "Awesome, I'm gonna head over there." So I went over there, picked up a couple Leos, and saw this guy sitting on the shelf. And I was like, "What's this?" And he's like, "I got a bunch of Ultraman stuff in." Some guy came in, bought it all, but left him. I was like, "He's coming home with me."
I just went through a box of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles today. They're all in like excellent freaking shape. Like
Nice.
they're toy.
Oh, mine are
Those
too.
toys and their accessories held together very well. They're
Yeah.
very well built toys.
That's like I went out. He had this huge box, and I found like all the movie turtles and everything. And I was getting ready to check out, and I was like, you know what? Let me look at these. And like, I gave him like the collector look over, and like the Leo. Someone had taken scissors or a knife and like cut off his toes on the front of his feet and everything. So I ended up only walking out with maybe 4
Would
turtles.
you give that to Sid from Toy Story? Is he the one that sounds like something he would do?
I guess.
No, all my turtle figures predate the movies.
Nice. That's I have the complete set of the soft heads, and that's about it. I had a huge collection. This is a story for another time, but brass tacks is I had a huge collection. I went off away from me, and I'm slowly rebuilding it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I still have all of mine.
So I'll sum this damn article up. Basically, what they're doing with this new Avengers is they're going to have, you got Kate Bishop is Hawkeye, because they're going to have Jeremy Renner pass the mantle to her, which I don't know how they're still going to do a movie with him. He's going to pass the mantle to her. You've got Cassie Lang, Ant-Man's daughter. You'll have, and I didn't even talk about this because I didn't want to, but Ironheart, Riri Williams, they've given the nod to that, I believe. From everything I've heard, they're going to do Ironheart and possibly even Iron Lad. One of the two are definitely going to happen.
So they're still convinced that there's an audience for this stuff, Pete?
Yep, and Miss Marvel is going to be one of the new Avengers, and still you'll have Spider-Man for a minute, and then probably Captain Marvel, because in that comics right now, in the new Captain Marvel ones that aren't selling, that are about to get canceled for like the 12th
I'm going to remember the 2010s as the years that Hollywood was chasing phantom audiences, the year of the ghost audience, the mysterious hidden audience that never shows up to pay for anything, but is always the first one there to bitch when something doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And then when these things show up and they don't make any money, it's a conspiracy. I don't understand. These things are perfect. We made these things for Twitter people. Why did the Twitter people, the thousands of Twitter people, not show up? And it's like, dude, Most of these Twitter people, they're doing it to get attention. They don't even believe in this shit.
Nope, they don't spend their money on this shit.
Hell no, they're doing that so that they can demonstrate in front of their friends how woke they are.
Just
they
virtue
don't buy
signaling.
this stuff. Reality, they never wanted anything to change. They just want to shit on something for something to do.
And then when it backfires, they do the Pikachu meme.
Right?
They're also, oh yeah, I forgot, the Hulk too. They're replacing or adding in another Hulk to kind of phase out Mark Ruffalo's Hulk and move him to like that advisory Hulk role. So we're never gonna get like the full like world, you know, crazy like overpowered like Hulk in the comics. But no, we're gonna get Amadeus Cho, you know.
I was gonna say you're gonna get the Hulk that's like all soy with the glasses and nerd Hulk with the you know Poindexter quips.
Yep, I mean that's
Okay.
yeah. So
Wow,
then,
I'm excited.
Like I said, man, they're taking
Literally, who gives a shit?
It's fucked up, man. But I do have some good MCU news to kind of wrap this segment up with.
Cool.
So, and that is something that me and Groove talked about in a while ago. Hang on, where the hell is this at? Did I not? I thought I had it on here. Yes, it is right here. Okay, and I will screen share this one because this is something we talked about, and I'm really, like I said, cautiously optimistic, I guess, would be my choice of words, because every time I get overly optimistic about something with this Marvel, Thor happens. Or Thor 4 to be exact happens, and I get just everything that I was like excited about just goes to shit in like 2 seconds. So that is that's hopefully not going to happen with this, because Marvel Studios has reportedly begun early development of the Thunderbolts, which I'm excited about because it's a team of anti-heroes and they have a cool roster, and there's so much that they could do with this.
Except every time you say Thunderbolts, all I can think of is that TV show with the puppets.
Hell yeah.
That's the Thunderbirds, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thunderbirds, yeah. I get the two confused. Yeah.
The long-rumored Thunderbolts has reportedly entered into very early development at Marvel Studios, according to MCU Cosmic. It remains unclear if the project is being developed as a film or live-action series planned for the Disney Plus streaming service, where the Marvel Studios will debut multiple miniseries acting as extensions of the theatrically released Marvel Cinematic Universe. Also unclear is when Thunderbolts is slated to premiere or which characters might be involved. Thunderbolts could be readied for Marvel's Phase 5, already shaping up to include Black Panther 2, Ant-Man 3, Blade. Why did they put Captain Marvel 2 in there? Because they haven't announced a date for that yet. Everything
Dude,
else.
this fucking sentence right here. Okay, so readied for Marvel's Phase 5, already shaping up to include Black Panther 2, Ant-Man 3, Blade, Captain Marvel 2, and Spider-Man 3. I feel like I'm reading a story problem from algebra. And then it ends in 2024. You say the sentence and these numbers just keep flying around in my head. Like
It's like reading a Mendelssohn article. There's like 9 million numbers in it.
It's like I'm having one of those flashbacks, like from A Beautiful Mind, you know, and just everything's just all
everything's. But yeah, I love how they put Captain Marvel 2 in there, because they don't know where else to put that movie, because it has nothing going. It has nothing. Like they're gonna come out with.
They have to sandwich it in between something that people are interested in, just so that they can brag and say, "Oh, see, everybody want to see this movie."
They're gonna keep pushing that back because they don't have anything to protect it with. So and they're not willing to take an L on that fucking movie.
They're gonna keep somehow thinking they can trick an audience into it, this character being more important than it really is, by squeezing in ancillary characters that should probably be the stars of their own movie. But that's what they're gonna do, and you know it.
Real quick, let me run this by you. Let me see if this tickles your taint a little bit. So Thunderbolts traditionally has the Red Hulk, who's Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, hence the name of the team, the Thunderbolts.
And he's still around in the MCU.
Yeah, but William Hurt, the guy who plays Thaddeus, is a little pudgy. And he's a little older.
Yep.
Now, hear me out on this. Maybe it's time to recast him, because to me, looking at him, he's not that believable to be Red Hulk. But I do have someone who is only slightly younger, but I think is better. Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang.
You watch that Avatar movie, James Cameron, the dude that had the old dude with the scars on the side of his head.
Oh, the brush cut, like military. Yes.
He was in talk to play Cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have made a good Cable.
Mhm.
He's ripped as hell too. That guy was like that killer in the movie. He was blind.
Yep.
It was like don't breathe or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh God, dude. Yes, he would be perfect for that. Like, I would not even complain if they recast him.
See, they don't even really have to recast. I mean, they can do whatever they want because it's its own universe. But they can even have him be like, I don't know, not necessarily an older soldier, but just someone who, wants to get his youth back, and then that's how he becomes Red Hulk.
Oh, that would be sweet. Why are you making sense right now, Sal?
Because I had to do this. I know you can't see it, Pete.
I can't see it,
but you will.
Oh, damn it!
Dark.
You should just make it do a photo shoot and then send it to the WCBS Facebook page.
Oh boy, I'd get banned. I think
Jeff would love it.
Oh God,
He really would. He would.
I
love it.
might have Tila and Evelyn and Ray and Leia and what's her name, Zartana, have a little party with some of the GI Joes one day.
Oh, you got to throw the Baroness in there.
I don't have a Baroness. If I did, she'd be involved. Trust me.
Did you guys know that Stephen Lang also played Ike Clanton in Tombstone?
Nice.
Oh wow, I did not.
Listen here, you Kansas City law dog. Law don't go around here. That's him, Stephen Lang.
I'll have to watch that again pretty soon.
A wonderful movie.
Yes, it is. Let's see. In the Marvel Comics, the Thunderbolts are a team of supervillains turned heroes. Baron Zemo, a longtime enemy of Captain America and the Avengers, reunited villain group Masters of Evil when Earth's mightiest heroes appeared to perish against the new threat Onslaught. The costumed villain then posed as a new generation of crime fighters in the absence of real superheroes, with some ultimately emerging as reformed do-gooders when masquerading as heroes for their own gain. Like the Avengers, which has had a revolving roster, past iterations of the Thunderbolts included Spider-Man enemies Norman Osborn and Venom, Daredevil enemy Bullseye, Taskmaster, the Eric O'Grady Ant-Man, the Punisher, Red Hulk, and Deadpool. See, they could do Punisher, Red Hulk, Deadpool, Norman Osborn. Well, I don't want to see Norman Osborn or Venom over in the MCU at all, but
I want to see Blade in it.
Yeah, Blade would be cool. That would be fucking sick.
They could do Baron Zemo because he's still alive.
Yep. He's going to be in the Captain America and Winter Soldier show, and he's doing the comic accurate depiction too with
the snow owl cowl and shit.
Yep, the gimmick. He has the whole gimmick on. They show because he did that at Comic-Con. Awesome. That video he did was like kind of like take over, and that was like the first footage of him in the full getup, because Baron Zemo in the Winter Soldier, he didn't have any costume at all. It was just a regular guy. So
I want to see
if you just have Bernthal just show up in one of these movies as the Punisher, doing the Punisher that I already know, that would get me like so excited. I can't even, that would be enough. That would be enough for me right there. Just to see him in some iteration in the movies, not just restricted to Netflix, but you ain't gonna get that shit.
I think they're talking about Bernthal coming over.
I know they're
the
talking
MCU,
about it, but I think they're honey dicking us on that. I don't trust them. I want to believe. I do. I want to drink the Kool-Aid. It looks awfully delicious, but I just don't. I'm afraid.
There has been speculation the Incredible Hulk and Captain America Civil War star William Hurt, who next reprises his role as Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross and Black Widow, could appear in Thunderbolts. Beyond Helmet Zemo, Daniel Bruhl, who returns to menace Falcon, Anthony Mackie and Bucky Barnes, Sebastian Stan, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Others still surviving MCU foes with the potential to reappear include Justin Hammer, Sam Rockwell, Abomination, Tim Roth, Ghost, Hannah John Kamen. She was kind of lame. I didn't like her. Sonny Birch, Walter Goggins, Shocker, Bokeem Woodbine, and Vulture, Michael Keaton. Now, Vulture can stay right over on the Sony side and be in the Sinister Six. Michael Keaton needs to be Vulture in the Sinister Six movie. And they need to cast David Morrissey as Norman Osborn.
I want to see
Walton Goggins is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like Walton Goggins pretty well. Yeah. He would have been a great Carnage.
Did you guys ever see that TV show called Justified?
Oh yes.
I've
Fucking
never
highly
watched.
recommend
I
that
never
one.
watched the whole thing. I saw episodes.
Really,
of my,
really good show. Yeah.
That was what's his name? Was it Timothy Oliphant?
Timothy Oliphant stars Timothy Oliphant.
Yep.
Walton Goggins is a reoccurring villain in that show, and he steals every scene in that TV show.
Walton Goggins, wasn't he in The Shield too?
Probably. I think most recently he was in, I believe.
He was also in Sons of Anarchy.
Yes.
See, I've never watched Sons of Anarchy either.
Okay, we don't want to spoil that one for him there.
You probably wouldn't recognize him.
Nope, you really wouldn't. The least likely role you could possibly
There
imagine.
are two very large reasons why you probably wouldn't recognize him.
Okay. Let's see here. We debated what we should announce today. Should we announce Phase 4 and 5? Feige told MTV News in July. We planned them out. We got 5 years down the road, and I was like, I think 11 projects in 2 years is plenty. Having not mentioned anything for 2 or 3 years, and we've already run through all this, so that's the end of that. But yeah, man, I'm cautiously optimistic about the Thunderbolts. Man, I
Yeah, you're right. He was in The Shield. Yeah. I'm looking at his stuff right now. I'm trying to think of what he's been in recently.
He's in a Navy SEAL show too, that I watch on. God damn it, what's that on History Channel?
I want to say he was in the most recent Tomb Raider as well.
The 6, isn't it, or something?
The 6, yes, the 6. That's it. Thank you, Sal. Yep. That had him. It had a decent cast in it. I like because the one girl in it, Lindsley Register, she plays one of the guy's daughters. She's like, she's one of the saviors in The Walking Dead. So I noticed her in there, and like I said, Walter Coggins. I'm like, oh shit, I remember him from The Shield, and I do recall
he
him.
plays Sonny Birch in Ant-Man and the Wasp, which I still have yet to see.
Yep, he was in that.
That's
So
pretty good. It's fun. It had the curse of being right after Infinity War, so people had expectations, but it's an Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. It's not going to be the same caliber, but it's still a fun movie.
yeah, I like the Ant-Man movies. They were enjoyable, and a lot of it is the cast that is around Paul Rudd, man. What's his name? Michael Pena and T.I. are, and I can never think of the other dude's name, but those three together, especially Michael Pena when he does his little storytelling bits.
Yes, those are my favorite parts of that show.
Like the whole thing. Like, did you ever see the YouTube video of him doing telling the whole Infinity Saga story?
No,
you have to watch it.
It sounds like something I need to watch.
Anything that man does he's funny. The dude is just funny. I mean, he's one of those, and he's a perfect supporting character. It's like I don't know how he would be in a main role, but I mean, I think he could pull it off. Definitely, that's what she said. But let's see, what do we got here? Leo Red says Soy Hulk. Leo Red says Marvel Phase 6 versus DC. I don't know, man. Wonder Woman is getting Midnight's Edge just did a video on it too. We talked about this. We were ahead of the curve. We talked about this last week about Wonder Woman's test screenings getting bad reviews, which really bothers me because Wonder Woman, the first one was great. I loved it.
The first Wonder Woman had bad test screenings as well. I remember that.
So I'm hoping that, and we read through what was.
I think some of that might be. I'm not trying to downplay it, but I think some of that might be shit posting too.
I think it might be. Absolutely, you can't tell this early.
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt.
Yep. It's like a lot of the tipsters.
I mean, if it comes out and it sucks, then that's just too damn bad. But I mean, at this point, it is a movie that I'm interested in seeing.
Oh yeah, I'll go watch that one. I won't even hesitate
until somebody says, "Bruh, this fucking movie, bruh." If people, here's the thing, and I heard somebody else in another stream saying this recently. If people rush out to spoil a movie, like leaking things, it means it's trash. If it's good, most people want people to be surprised, so they keep it a secret.
Yeah,
that's kind of something to think about. I think it was Midnight's Edge that said that.
When the Joker came out, I didn't see one spoiler.
Nope.
No.
I saw a lot of memes. I saw a lot of people recreating the staircase thing.
Yeah,
and that's it. No one reached out to me, be like, "Bruh,
because I know when
dude." I'm like,
when the Last Jedi came out, that's when I still wanted to go see it, and I couldn't see it on opening day. I had to wait about a week or so. I was Matrix dodging spoilers for that thing. Like people were just rushing out to spoil that. I'm like, this is weird. And now ever since then, when people are rushing out to spoil movies or dropping leaks, that means that it's got some problems because the people that are working on it, even they don't want to fucking deal with it, you know?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Speaking of leaks, plot twist.
Uh-oh,
A new
Hulk smash.
challenger has entered the game.
It's Mark Ruffalo.
He's got a handful of potato. No, that's Mark Ruffalo's he's too woke to handle a woman like that. That's Edward Norton.
Ho, ho, ho. Green Giant.
Oh, hell. So that brings us to the end of the MCU section. But before we go, one last quick hitter. And I'm just going to paraphrase this article because we kind of talked about this earlier in our Oscars discussion.
Oh,
and
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Yeah, well, very well you should be, because you know what? Let's see how long of an article this is. Okay, yeah, this is a quick hitter here. So I'll share this real quick because you guys just have to see this. If I'm gonna see it, you have to see it too. Damn it.
Okay,
Brie Larson
all
hilariously
together now. Brie-calypse.
Hilariously recommended for Avengers Endgame Oscar. There's Karen.
That's a great face. That's
fucking Karens and fabulous.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ozzy Osbourne.
The Karen took my stapler. Disney fully reveals who they recommend for the Oscars attached to the Avengers Endgame, which hilariously includes Brie Larson as Cat Pan Marvel for Best Supporting Actress. Is there nobody what the fuck?
I hope
Can we just stop right here? She's fucking barely in the movie.
She's in the movie for 15 minutes.
She's practically phoning it in.
The last fight scene with her and Thanos was like a late addition.
Yes,
it's a
it was.
CGI thing. You don't get an Academy Award for somebody taking your face and putting it on some CGI stuff, punching spaceships.
How much you want to bet the Russo brothers were like, fine, we'll put her in more.
Yep.
It certainly feels like that. It certainly feels like she was meant to have a larger role, and that they definitely. I know that the truth of that never probably will come out because Disney don't admit to mistakes ever, which is why we always have such a problem with them.
She was probably barely even in the first draft.
So they used a different take where she's lesser in the movie for sure.
Well, I'd have to find it again, but there was an article published that they said that the fight with her and Thanos at the end was like a last-minute addition.
Yeah.
And she almost wasn't. She almost didn't come back.
She probably came in and said, "Daddy, I want more time in this movie.
So it's like they
I
said
want it, Daddy."
This hair is too hot. Let me cut it.
They said that she filmed her part before the script for Captain Marvel was even written, so they probably had her cut out for the rest of the movie in case the movie took place during the events of Endgame. And then they're like, "Oh shit, it took place in the '90s," and they're like, "Yeah, well, we're putting all of our eggs in this basket, so put her back in at the end."
Oh God, I could see that.
I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue.
Because I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines. The reason it's rather funny is because Brie Larson and Cat Pan Mediocre were basically written out of the flick, as the character appeared in the beginning, but wasn't even involved at all in fixing and reversing things, even though she is the most powerful character, quote unquote, in the MCU, and only came in for a Deus Ex Machina moment in the end. Of course she did, because she's so powerful. She has the power of stunningness and bravery.
I will be the most powerful Jedi ever.
Inner mom genes. Also, as I pointed out previously, the Avengers Endgame, while having some super cool fan service moments, wasn't all that good, and definitely not better than Infinity War, which didn't win. Yeah, Endgame was not better than Infinity War. Let's see. What's also funny is Disney is not recommending the Captain Marvel movie for the Oscars, which wasn't all that good as well. And Cat Pan Mediocre 2, or the next MCU appearance for Brie Larson, also hasn't been announced or made known as of yet.
How much you want to bet her next appearance is going to be in Thor: Love and Blunder?
I think it's going to be Love and Legumes.
I think these people that are getting like kicked out of Star Wars are secretly forming their own studio, and they're going to make their own movies that are similar to Star Wars. So Brie Larson will be the star of the Ryan Johnson's not Star Wars trilogy.
His War Stars trilogy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what they'll just call it, War Stars.
Yeah.
Yo, look in the group chat. What I just sent. That's Brie Larson's Star Wars right there.
Let's see.
Oh, group chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, that's gonna be Brie Larson's Star Wars right there.
Absolutely. Here's a question for everyone on the panel and in the chat right now. If Brie Larson was a Jedi and had a seat on the High Council, do you think that she'd have a donut in her chair to sit on, or do you think
I think she'd be in a high chair with some fruit juice boxes.
She'd have to wear a bib.
She would have a high chair at the High Council.
She'd be in a bumbo seat.
A high chair with a booster seat.
Rose Tico would if she was like still like banging that monster that you like put her with.
Oh yeah, that's someone else.
Thanks for that visual.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Prior to the Captain Marvel movie, Feige said she's the new face of the MCU.
Show us the infamous Steve McGarrett haircut. Let's look at it. There it is. There it is.
That is such a
Brad
idiot.
Pitt.
Yeah. Jack Lord is Captain Marvel.
Avengers Endgame. Okay, here it is. Oscar recommendations. Best Picture, Kevin Feige. Best Director, Anthony Joe Russo. Best Adapted Screenplay, Marcus and McFeely. Best Supporting Actor. Why do they have Robert?
Fucking all of them. Just put all of them in there. Yeah, Paul Rudd for Oscar.
Why the fuck is Robert Downey Jr. considered a supporting actor? I would say he would be the lead in that movie.
That's not very. Wait. Oh, do they mean like just guys or just in general?
Well, if they're the supporting actors, who the hell was the lead?
That's what I want to know. Best Supporting Actress.
Okay, never mind.
Dude, if I was like a member of like the
her
Academy
right
right now, I would be laughing my ass off reading these. I would probably be fired from my job because I could not take this seriously.
I say Karen Gillan or Scarlett Johansson.
Or Zoe Saldana. She was awesome in Endgame.
Yeah, these ones right here, Karen Gillan especially, because she fucking was amazing in Endgame.
Okay.
That movie was not the greatest, but she
I was gonna say
really...
full stop. It's a good movie, but it's a good movie in a way to where it's like the season finale of a great TV show. Okay,
Right.
It's one isolated episode. As a movie by itself, I'm sorry, there's nothing in Endgame that is Oscar worthy.
No,
nothing, not a fucking thing. If it's going to get anything, it's going to get like a technical award.
But
if they give any of these people an Oscar for this movie, then they've shit the bed. I'm sorry, they have.
This right here, this I could see original score. Because
Alan Silvestri has done some fucking amazing past work.
Or maybe visual effects or sound editing, but score, like you said, the technical stuff, not the acting though. There's nothing there from the acting end of it that deserves an Oscar. Like I said, you're gonna put Brie Larson as a supporting actress in this with a 15-minute fucking spot in the entire 3-hour runtime. Yeah, it is a glorified cameo. Exactly, Sal.
Yeah, you guys want to see a beautiful thing? I'm going to show you a beautiful thing right here.
Don't show a picture of me.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
This right here by Alan Silvestri, one of the most fascinating, awesome fucking soundtracks in a movie you will ever hear.
Brie Larson had a cameo in Predator?
Yeah, she was the mouth.
This is one of the reasons why I have a record player, so I can collect shit like this. I refuse to even open this. I
wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I've put that in a frame.
I might frame it. Yeah.
They're fighting over the Rose Ticos.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting for the honor of the potato sack.
I am a man who will fight for your honor.
Oh my God! Some fucking Karate Kid. Was that Night Ranger?
No, that was Peter Cetera.
Peter Cetera. Okay. I was thinking, I don't know why I thought Night Ranger, but anywho, so with that being said, we can move on to some Star Wars. And we already talked about this earlier.
As if we haven't been talking about Star Wars already.
I know. This is, just officially, this is where I was going to talk about why I'm going to see the Rise of Skywalker, and I pretty much explained that at the beginning of the show. And I did find this article, and we don't have to look at it. We can just kind of talk about this topic, and that is, why are they having issues finding directors? Why are they having issues keeping directors on these Star Wars projects? And
you don't say.
Yeah. And I wonder why they're having issues with that.
Well, I can spitball on that. I feel like it's a mixture of not wanting to hook themselves to a sinking lifeboat, and on top of that, KK has a history of not allowing directors to do what they want and firing them.
Unless they kiss her feet. Yeah.
Right. Yep. They did it to Rogue One. They did it to the guys from the Solo movie. So I feel like a lot of directors are like, a lot of directors are staying away because they're like, I'm not going to be able to do what I want or what my vision is, because if I can produce almost the entire thing and still get fired and get no credit for it, and all these other ones are bombing, they're getting horrible reactions to the point where people aren't going to want to see my other movies if I make them. So I'm just going to stay away from it.
To piggyback off of... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was about to say, it's because the fucking woman took the position of the CEO and creative lead, and who, one, does not know how to run the franchise, and two, doesn't have a creative bone in her body.
No, she's a coffee
That's
fetcher.
why.
Now, to piggyback off what both you guys were saying, is Kathleen Kennedy, to her, this is a logo. It's a brand designed to print money, okay? Because the way she views the fans is just people that will show up in support of their favorite logo. Exactly. So what she does, in order to in a brand, you use a brand to sell things. Am I correct? Okay.
Correct.
McDonald's sells hamburgers. All right. Star Wars has to appeal to every single demographic in order to sell maximum amount of tickets. In order to get absolute maximum butts and seats, you have to hit this demographic, this group of people. This character has to represent this group of people. After you get done hitting all of those check boxes, there is absolutely no room left for story.
Hold on for a second, guys. I'll be back.
Okay.
So there's nothing left for story. Whereas with Lucas, this was always his dream, his vision, his story. He didn't use it just to sell things. He sold things because people liked the story. And he always had the last say of everything that could have been sold. All right. And there's a lot of things where he said, nope, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. A lot of people looked at him like, well, it was his brand. But he wasn't using it as a brand. It was his universe that he created. And people had to play by the rules in his sandbox. Now, with Kathleen Kennedy, it's nothing more than a brand. She doesn't care where the story goes. Yep. She doesn't give a shit. As long as you hit all those check boxes and you didn't argue with me, you're a good director. Here's where Rian Johnson comes in.
Well, yeah, because he's just a sycophant yes man.
A sycophant yes man with absolutely no balls, for lack of better, I'd like to think of a more elegant way to say that, but I can't right now.
He's basically a eunuch.
He's a eunuch. Okay, so
same thing with J.J. Abrams,
and he hits all those check boxes first and foremost in the story. He even said in the interviews, he says, "I'm a lazy writer.
Yeah,
I don't like to write. I hate it. I hate writing. It frustrates me.
That's what I want out of the guy."
So first fucking draft, that the most important movie, the second act of your trilogy, the most important is where you just decide to, I'm gonna just surprise everybody. Surprise! And now you have a universe that I think is beyond repair at this point. At least in that part of the universe. Now you can go to other universes and maybe make something great. Hopefully The Mandalorian's what you guys hope it'll be. I'm not going to sign up for Disney Plus because I've got other things that we'll talk about Wednesday when it comes to that. But, as far as this particular universe goes, to her, it's nothing more than a brand that you can use to sell things. It has no... She didn't create this universe. She doesn't give a shit about these characters, no matter how many times she told you, the most important thing is to protect these characters and have them continue to live in the world that you created. Bullshit.
Yeah, the bullshit detector went off on that one because...
But the problem is now you have a brand that you can't sell anything with anymore. The brand is no good. It's been tainted. Completely tainted.
That's why they can't keep directors. You fired, like you said, you fired Gareth Edwards off of Rogue One.
Colin Trevorrow
off of actually Rise of Skywalker.
Lord
Miller off of Solo. And they said there was applause on the set when those two were fired. And I'm like, really? Was it though? And you brought in Ron Howard to finish that up.
Ron Howard didn't really get any light on this one either because that movie sucks. And I don't care who directed it. And also, I think personally, Ron Howard's movies are very hit and miss. Like, he's had a couple of really big hits, and he's had a couple of what the fucks. And I think his what the fucks outweigh his big hits.
Yeah.
This is, Ron Howard's the guy that brought you The Grinch in 2000.
True.
Jim Carrey's Grinch. As excited as I was for that movie after I saw the final product, I was like, the fuck did I just watch?
I just watched it.
That movie is bad. I don't care. I know that a lot of people like that. I don't know anybody personally that likes that, but
no, I prefer the animated version.
Any animated version, just not that one. Wow.
No, it's fucking creepy.
Yes, it was a bad idea from the get go. It's like it's Ron Howard trying to do a Tim Burton movie with Jim Carrey in it.
It didn't
That's
work.
What it comes off. It did not
Didn't
work
at all. But no, so them not being able to attract. And now the latest, of course, was the Benioff and Weiss, and it was at first they quit.
That one still shocks me. Like I had a hard time getting over that one. I'm like, wow, the Benioff and Weiss. I did not think that something like that would get announced this close to 9.
Well, it was. Did they quit or did they get fired?
I think they quit.
I think they quit too. They were trying to say they fired, but I think quit. That's them saving face.
I do too. I think the reason that they were coming out in front of this as quick as they did is because otherwise it was going to come off. So they probably looked at saw the writing on the wall, said, "Hey guys, fuck this shit, I'm out. Netflix is going to give us a whole lot of money. Yep. You guys ain't bringing in the dough anymore, and your shareholders seem to agree with me. So, bye."
Well, bye. That's basically what they fucking did. I mean, it just, I don't know, man. They got, but Bennett, I'd never had any faith in them two after game, and I didn't even watch fucking Game of Thrones, but just by the fan reaction. Speaking of which, I have a quick, and I'm going to do these later tonight because it won't take me long. I have a few toy videos that I found, and guess who found some Game of Thrones figures? McFarlane Toys Game of Thrones figures shoved in the clearance rack. This guy. Yeah. Yep, I was kind of shocked. I'm like,
I don't recall McFarlane figures ever being on clearance. Do you?
These motherfuckers were.
I remember in the late 90s, early 2000s when they just saturated the market a lot, went on clearance.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe some of the Spawn figures.
Yeah, they were like the absurd, really obscure characters that didn't exist, but McFarlane had the license, so he just.
Yeah. I remember those. I think I know what you're talking about now, like the monsters that they just kind of made up.
Yeah. But yeah, I find Game of Thrones figures at Ollie's. So.
Okay. See, I don't have an Ollie's. Like, there's one about 80 miles.
I don't either. There's no Ollie's in Florida that I'm aware of.
There's I think 1 or 2 in Michigan, and one's about
great.
7. I wish, dude. I would be there. Like, I would go scoop up every guy. I don't even care. The storm shit like that. I'd scoop them up.
We got Big Lots and a couple of the dollar stores that you got, and that's about it.
Yep, I got dollar stores, Kroger. I don't have
Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and Big Lots.
Yep, Dollar General, Dollar Tree. We got big. I don't have a Big Lot. See, all this shit was like 5 minutes from my house where I lived before, and then I moved back to the middle of fucking BFE, and I got to drive 2 hours to go anywhere.
I don't think there's a clearance store that doesn't have some kind of Star Wars toys at this point now. I think even Five Below has fucking Star Wars toys.
The merchandise out.
They have Black Series at Five and Below. It's where I got my Rogue One figures.
Maybe I need to go there. And check
Black Series retail is anywhere from like $20 to $25, depending on where you go. And I find like Chirrut and Blaze and all those awesome characters from Rogue One for $5. So.
Yeah, the merchandise outlet I was talking about. They've always got there's at least 12 to 13 Rays, Snokes, Warming the Pegs. And there's a surprising amount of Baze, Malva, and Sheared Imwe figures. They're the 2-pack set, which I actually scooped Trey up there for $3, and those were selling for I think $13 or $14.99 in the store at one point.
Guys, hashtag Where's Ray? How about
right here?
There it is.
Hashtag Where's Ray? There she is.
There she is.
There she be.
There's Ray. There's my boo Daisy.
$8.97 on clearance. They retail for $12, but GameStop was having a half off clearance, so I got them for $4.
Yeah.
And they made that strictly for the people that were crabbing that there wasn't enough Rey figures available on The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
So once again, marketing towards this phantom audience that doesn't exist.
Oh.
All the people that tweet about this kind of shit are people that don't care about this shit. They just want to look. They want to impress their friends.
The other blue check marks.
Yeah, they want to look woke and progressive and all this kind of shit. They're trying to gain, favor with their peers. They don't really believe in this shit. It's a phantom audience that doesn't exist.
Yeah, see, I want to know, just kind of conjecture and speculation. Like, let's say that there are, directors that are being woken up, but they don't actually buy into it. They don't believe it. They're just doing it because they're being told to toe the line. What if, 5 years from now when all this shit dies down and they're just like, you know what, that was all bull. Like, if they try to come forward and they're like, you know what, that was all bullshit, I don't actually believe in any of that, what kind of backlash there would be?
I don't know if there would be any backlash, because honestly, I'm starting to see a change in currents with that kind of stuff.
There's the change in tone kind of.
Now, so the problem with Hollywood, I've noticed though, is a lot of these things go into production before these trends change. So you're still going to have like another couple of years of some of this woke bullshit coming out because they've already put the ball in motion.
Yeah.
If they stop it, then people lose jobs and they can't write it off or whatever. They almost have to have the movie come out and bomb so they can actually write it off. It takes Hollywood a really long time to catch up. And another thing I didn't bring up, but the Star Wars falls in line with that, is this constant need for brand recognition to get people to go see a movie. You can't just make something that's similar to something that we like or something that maybe mashes a couple of ideas together to come up with something original, which is what they used to do. You have to take something that we've already seen and either reboot it or make a sequel with it. And these people that come in, they want to make their own movie within this universe that's been created by somebody else, and that's when it always goes wrong.
Exactly, and that's the point. Like, it's not Star Wars. It's just similar to Star Wars.
Right, it's Knives Out with a Star Wars logo on it.
Oh, thank God you're back.
Hey, God, let me take.
They just get better and better.
God damn.
You could write a Kama Sutra on Rose Tico.
Absolutely.
Sal needs to be working for Toy Fair. Remember that magazine?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
I still
So
find
good.
stacks of those magazines at like used bookstores.
Do you? Yeah, I used to buy those all the time, man.
Oh God.
How do we get to this? Well, we're still on Star Wars at least.
I know.
It's
fucking great.
I'm so bored. I'm so bored with this. We're gonna remake this, remake that, come up with another sequel. It just stop it. Just stop doing this.
They can't
pump the brakes on the remakes, man. It's like they keep, even though Joker's going to make $1 billion, they keep thinking that they need this brand recognition to get, Joker is one of those kind of movies where it doesn't even really need to be in the DC universe to exist.
No, that's Joaquin Phoenix. Recently, they were talking about a sequel, and he flat out said no. And I'm fucking.
Another movie that's like that
Good
was
for
really
him.
successful is called The Dark Knight. Okay, that's a movie that it's a sequel, but it can exist completely by itself. You don't need to watch Batman Begins to understand what's going on in The Dark Knight, and you don't need to watch another movie after to see how it ends. It's a movie all by itself, but still exists in the same universe. That's what people need to be doing.
So the only thing I'd like to see them do with that is maybe have him show up in quote unquote, like, not sequels necessarily, but in related movies where he meets up with, like, say, Jonathan Crane or the other people who would be in Arkham. Just have them make movies about individual villains like Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
And call it, like, I think the thing I said was like The Long Winter for Mr. Freeze. And then just compile them all together in like a box set and call them the Arkham Case Files.
Again, why is he making sense?
That's what I do. I'll take my check now, Warner Brothers.
They just paid J.J. Abrams like what, $500 million?
So he can take a dump. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they paid him how much?
It was like it was a stupid. It was like $250 to $500 million they fucking threw at him and Bad Reboot for his goddamn to come in there and fuck up the DCEU now after they picked up steam with, like I said, we talked about this, you know, you got Shazam and Aquaman and Wonder Woman. You're doing good, you know. Suicide Squad was a shit pile. The second one's probably going to be a shit pile. But you know, you have Joker now, which is, you know, this brilliant standalone DC, the DC Black Label, I think they're going to call it. You know, that rated R DC side over there. And then you're going to let J.J. Abrams come in and fuck it all up. I mean, what's his name? Walter, is it Walter Hamada that's running?
The only thing is J.J. Abrams does not. The only difference between now and when he did The Force Awakens is now he has absolutely no expectations to go up against. Nothing. I mean, this universe has been decimated, completely decimated. You know, if I was Bob Iger, I'd be looking into other properties and maybe put, you know, Star Wars on the rocks for a while.
Didn't he say that the other day? He came out and said
in such a way. You know,
I said that earlier this year too.
He said that so many times, but yet these things keep coming out still.
Yep.
You know, and maybe they are going to ice the Johnson trilogy for real. They'll probably never actually come out and announce anything.
Everybody did videos on it. I haven't got to watch them yet.
Let's see. It's been what, 2 years now, and there's not even so much as a production still or concept art. Fucking calling bullshit on that one.
What this all reminds me of is like when you were a kid and you had your cousin come over that was like 3-4 years younger than you, and your mom was like, "Let him play with your toys, it's fine."
It's exactly what this feels like.
And just watch him trash everything.
Let him play, and then you just watch everything fall apart, and then you watch like part of your humanity just dies slowly inside. You know. Just watching it just slip away from. That's what it felt like back in like March of last year, like right before Solo came out, right after Last Jedi. I was just watching him like, and I was just so frustrated. I'm like, why does this have to happen? Why this universe of all things? You know, it's like I didn't get that uptight about Ghostbusters because it's like, okay, there's already been 2 good Ghostbusters movies. The third one didn't have any of the actors anyway. Why do I give a shit if this thing?
Well, they did, but they came back and they made stupid little cameos and just got fucking killed.
Yeah, you know, I finally sat down and watched it. And I thought, wow, what just a boring, unfunny movie, you know. But it just like like Sal said, taking your toys and just destroying them. It's like you can only take so much of the abuse at this point to where it's like, no more. I have to stop. I have to walk away from this. I can't look back. The thing that you can know is that you still have the Blu-rays behind you. Those still exist. Those can't be altered. You can watch those whenever you want. And you have all of those years of wonderful toys that did come out. Those still exist as well, as long as you still own them.
Yeah.
Got a question for Groove. Well, wait, go ahead, Sal. Finish your point first.
That's a good question. But yeah, I feel like I'm hoping that this is going to be kind of how farmers will, like, you know, slash and burn their crops at the end of the season so they grow back stronger. I'm hoping that this is like a phoenix coming from the ashes, that maybe the Mandalorian will be something good to finally come from all of this.
Yeah, I mean, if it does well, then they'll try to recreate those things, because that's the problem with Hollywood is they get a whiff of success, and they just want to replicate it, clone it, replicate it. It's like, no, break down why they liked that thing. And try to follow those guidelines. Like, okay, people like Joker because it's an original story. It's not attached to any of the other movies, and it's not setting up a multi-universe that's to be made yet. You know, and it doesn't rely on outside sources to explain what's going on.
I have a theory.
Do something like that. That's all we want. We just want something original that's entertaining that doesn't rely on outside sources for us to enjoy it.
I have a theory that the trailers that we're seeing for The Mandalorian, that's all going to be in the first episode.
Probably.
What if it's all in the first episode?
Probably. They probably showed you all the best parts too. That's the other problem, is trailers are too long. They show too much of the movie, and then when you get to the movies and you watch these things like you realize that that's supposed to be this big riveting reveal, but you don't feel it because you've already seen the trailer 15 times before you walked in.
Exactly, and that was a big issue for that's a lot of Marvel movies and DC for sure. DC, Batman vs. Superman was the prime example of that. And The Force Awakens did that a lot too. They showed so much shit.
Revealed everything.
Yeah. So I also have another theory. Now, you can quote me on this, and we'll see if I'm right when they release the Mandalorian. Guarantee you, Ryan Johnson directed one of the episodes. How much do you want to bet?
I'm willing to roll the dice on that one, or he'll get like some sort
Producer.
of credit on one of the episodes. Probably it'll be
Probably a producer credit.
Well, it's just like, if I'm not mistaken, I think the episode of Breaking Bad that he directed was the one where Jesse and Walt were cooking, and there was like a fly.
Yep, that's the one. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was entertaining, but it was a standalone episode that had no bearing. Nothing
He
happened.
did two. He did that one. I think he did one called Osmondeus or something like that.
He actually did a Breaking Bad episode.
He did the Breaking Bad episode where the whole episode is just they're trapped in the meth lab with a fly.
And they were running out of fuel the whole time?
Yeah.
What
Hey, I want to acknowledge the chat real quick. Flair X asked me a question. Said, I recently watched Mission Impossible Fallout. Can you explain why that is considered a good movie? I watched it. I think those movies are entertaining, but they're not something that I want to watch repeatedly. I do like Tom Cruise in action movies. Do I like Tom Cruise by himself? Not really. Why is that considered a good movie? Probably because I would say maybe practical effects and the fact that the story makes sense. It's easy to follow, I would assume. I don't know. I would guess that's probably why that's a good movie. That's my best guess on that one. I didn't dislike it. It's not something I want to run out and buy on Blu-ray, but I enjoyed it for the most part. I'll usually check out one of those Mission Impossible movies. I don't usually go out and see them in the theaters when they launch, but once they're rentable, if there's nothing else out, I'll definitely watch them because they don't usually disappoint me that much. I don't know if that answered your question or not, but
it's the NASCAR of movies. It's got a dedicated fan base, people that like it, and then it's just entertaining to other people.
maybe because they don't stray too far off a formula, like they give the audiences what they want with that franchise. I would feel. You know, Mission Impossible movies, they're not there to subvert your expectations. They're usually there to get you invested in the characters, and they don't waste time getting to the action. But the setup to get to the action isn't insultingly stupid either.
I haven't seen a Mission Impossible movie since I think Part 2. I think
that was probably the worst one.
I think that's why I stopped watching them.
The one with the Limp Bizkit intro.
Yes, I like that song. That's but it was like because like that was come out in like 2001, and that's when I listen to Limp Bizkit. I mean, I still have my red Yankees hat, but which I like the Yankees anyway. But I mean, it just wasn't. I like I said, I don't think I've seen it since then. And I think that's why I quit watching the Mission Impossible movies. It was just like, you know, one bad apple just, you know, spoils the bunch, and that was just it. I was done. Now, I'm not saying that I've never said anything bad about the other ones that kept coming out. I mean, they look good. I mean, I haven't really heard, you know, either way. You know, I mean,
I think that article was funny though, because it's like I think we did do a stream where we said, you know, if you're a director coming up, you want to stay the hell away from Marvel and Star Wars.
Yes,
really, just avoid Disney in general. Just stay the hell away from them, unless you were unless you're Jon Favreau. He's one exception to the rule because he's the one that kicked it all off, so he's got a free pass to enter and leave as he wills. But somebody coming into the franchise, unless you're bringing your A++ game, stay the hell away from it, because it's like you get bound to that. You know, it's like. But how do I describe this in terms of movies? Y'all seen Twister? Okay.
Yeah.
And you got Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton on one side, and then you got Carrie Elwes and the other guys on the other side, and they got their corporate sponsor, but they were once considered to be colleagues and scientists. Carrie Elwes and his team, those are the people working for Marvel and Star Wars. That's what happens to directors. They eat up these directors, and then they chew them up in this machine, and then when the things don't work, they throw them under the bus and put all the blame on them.
that sounds about right for what's going on right now.
That's what they did to John Carpenter. John Carpenter is a fantastic director who I absolutely love to death, but he got chewed up by the Hollywood machine very young and became very bitter about it too. So a lot of his later works are kind of kind of creepy and off-settling because he just got fed up with the whole way it works, you know. So
Let's say
yeah, at least back then there wasn't these franchise wars that we're going through right now. Everything has to have like brand recognition, and they literally just go in to back catalogs like whatever made money, print more of that now. That's their attitude towards everything, and it sucks, and I'm fucking sick of it.
Yep, everything's got to be a franchise, and you got to have 3 movies, and
Everything has to be an MCU, and
Yep,
they
not
need to
everything
get
needs
the
to be an
fuck away from that model, and that's why Joker's so successful because it's not following that model.
Exactly, and that's the damn thing that kills me about that is like stop begging for a fucking sequel to a movie we don't need a sequel to.
I know that's starting to worry me too. It's like
Yep,
the blood's in the water, and they want to eat it up. You know, they're already being pushed. The producers are probably sitting there looking at their bank accounts and like, can we make more? 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 Don't do it, man. Don't do it. The temptation's going to be too big for them. You know that, Pete. They're gonna fucking fall for it.
Here's sorry, I just found a link or not a link, a fucking article. It says report: James Bond's wife will refuse to take his name, and the phrase "Bond girl" has been banned from the set.
Yes, I read that this morning. I really don't have a dog in the Bond fight, so I was kind of gonna do a video on it just because they talked about Phoebe Waller-Bridge, you know, the SJW bot from Soilo, a Soy Wars story, and she wrote that Fleabag show or whatever that's on, I think it's BBC or some shit.
Literally called Fleabag.
Yeah, which pretty much describes her. But I mean, I saw that and I'm like, well, I didn't like Daniel Craig as Bond anyway,
No.
and now you're just, what is it, 00 cuck? I mean,
he's never had his own personality.
No,
like he's
man.
always been just devoid of any kind of charisma whatsoever. And that's been the biggest bummer. It's like you went from Pierce Brosnan to Daniel Craig.
And
now Pierce Brosnan's last outing as Bond was a terrible movie, but it was not Pierce Brosnan's fault.
But Pierce Brosnan
He was still James Bond in that movie, even if it is a terrible movie. He doesn't break character.
At his age now, he can command the screen more than Daniel Craig ever could.
Exactly.
If anybody has ever watched the show with him, I think they only did 2 seasons. The Sun that was on AMC.
I heard about that. I didn't watch it.
It was I like that kind of stuff, and goddamn, I'm a Brosnan fan because he was the Bond that I watch. I mean, I've seen, you know, most of the older ones. I'm, like I said, not a huge Bond aficionado, don't pretend to be, but I really like GoldenEye because that was it was like I hit when I was like, what, I think 15 or 16, and it was like the coolest one, and that one honestly made me fall in love with
and you know, there's, as long as we're talking about franchises, there's another franchise that's had its ups and downs and has always been able to recover. Maybe this next one will blow. Doesn't matter if they get a decent Bond in for the next one, and they don't go all woke with it. It'll be fine.
But they're marketing this. This is James Bond.
This is woke Bond. Yeah.
James Bond is a franchise for men.
Yep.
I mean,
written
women
from
enjoy it, but this is for
made
men.
for male novels.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's clearly women, guys. You haven't
I mean, might as fucking
noticed
well
yet?
be.
Women.
Speaking of women and blowing.
Oh, damn it, where's my inhaler?
Oh my god, I got a picture of that one. Oh, that is great.
Oh, that's so funny.
But no, seriously, man, like they're making a Bond film for a fucking woke ass audience that doesn't exist because woke people don't watch James Bond unless they want to be triggered.
Sure,
if I watch him slap one of the fucking Bond
Like I
girls
said,
around.
man, yeah, these people only exist in the Twitter sphere. They're not real people. The
No.
SJWs are not real people. They're
No,
not.
They're not watching. They're not watching James Bond movies.
Man, they
They're
have
not.
feelings too.
They're playing a game. This shit's gonna phase itself out. It's gonna go the way of the Dido. It'll phase out like fucking body glove shirts did in the 90s.
Body glove.
Remember that shit?
I do. I think I still have a bum equipment shirt somewhere floating around here.
Remember
There's
Bugle
no
Boy
way.
jeans, bro?
They
Are
sound
those
adorable.
Bugle Boy jeans wearing? In the words of Trick Daddy, hell no, ho. You know they polo. Oh shit. But there's a little Florida reference for you right there. MIA, man. No. I still trick daddy. I'm not gonna lie, but no, they can't. This movie is not gonna make it's not gonna make its money back. I don't think, because there's not that big of an audience. Speaking of not making its money back, did you hear about that movie, The Kitchen, with Melissa McCarthy?
No, I stopped following Melissa McCarthy after Ghostbusters.
That just sounds too funny.
Okay, yeah, it really does. But it's about like a Hell's Kitchen, and her and some other whammon or gangsters.
Oh, yeah. I did watch a review on this. Yeah,
that-
it's supposed to be atrociously bad.
It took a fucking shit at the box office and made like what, $16 million? Oh, something stupid. I'm gonna look it up now on Box Office Mojo.
I'm trying to remember whose review. I think I watched Double Toasted's review on that one, and they just said that it's like a caricature of a movie that forgets to develop its characters. Like, you're just supposed to assume that these women are bad guys, but they're not pulling it off. They're not. Nobody's convincing in the movie whatsoever.
It's already out.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it came out a while ago. It's probably already on streaming or DVD by now.
I don't know. I don't see when this came out, but so worldwide, $15,880,032 on a $38 million budget. They still lost money on a $38
So it had
budget.
shit for a budget and still somehow lost money.
It still lost money. Domestic,
Get woke, go broke.
Domestic, it made $12 million. $12,180,032.
So
Internationally,
once again, the movies are there
Hey.
for you phantom audiences that are not supporting this stuff.
Is that our next watch party?
oh my! I don't want to watch this. It's oh my god!
You're gonna sit through Unicorn Store again.
I'll watch. I'd rather watch fucking countless episodes of Batwoman than watch Melissa McCarthy try to be a
Hey,
badass.
let's watch the trailer for this movie.
You want to?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Let's watch
Fuck
it.
it. We'll do it live.
Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
And we can see if we can do a watch party for it. And
Okay.
and
All
still
right.
live.
Let's go here.
So everybody in the chat, if you think we should watch, now don't just start typing F for no reason. Like, watch the trailer with us, and if you think we should do a watch party, press F.
All right, let's see here.
Or
If
R
you'd
for
rather
those
just see
Pico.
Sal post more pictures and not do a watch party, press D.
Come on, Adam.
All right,
I'm just fucking with you.
I mean, I want to see some more pictures.
Had to do it. Had to do it.
Share
You should do a
screen.
stop motion movie of the Rose Tico things and that monster and the Hulk.
Those take forever.
Yeah, I did a stop motion for my Halloween episode for my channel, and it took me 40 minutes of filming to get like 20 seconds of stop motion.
Oh my god.
All right. Here we go. Here's the final trailer for the movie The Kitchen with Melissa McCarthy. And no, that's not a fucking joke. All right, here we go.
Alfonso Coretti. You
Charlie?
This is Brendan. I won't bite.
I can't take her seriously anymore.
No. That's the chick from Invisible Man, isn't it?
Fleetwood Mac? What the fuck?
Months left out of the sentences. You girls.
Desecrating Fleetwood Mac.
I was going to say they can't even use the real fucking Fleetwood Mac song because this movie's so shitty.
What are we gonna do?
All these men working these streets and not
Because The Chain is an amazing song.
Of course, it's a woman version of The Chain.
Family means. So we remind them.
Lame.
So they're literally taking the song that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 used in their trailer.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, I forgot about that. Damn.
Well, I'm just gonna go see the movie because I like the song.
Get out of our way.
Oh.
You are the face of the earth.
It's like people that went to go see Black Panther because they liked Run the Jewels.
Yep.
I'd rather die than go
It's not
back.
even in the movie.
You go to war.
I can't stand that Tiffany Haddish one lady. God.
Put a bullet in his
Her?
You girls kill me.
And they probably will.
What is this about?
Yeah. Oh
This
my
trailer made no sense at all.
I think we've all lost about 50 fucking IQ points after that sack of shit. Oh my
Ooh, and I
god.
hit the
Anybody
movie with
still
a rock.
watching this video?
What the fuck was like? I understand they're supposed to be like gangsters, but so Flair asks, does she make a sandwich?
That's what I was wondering the whole time. I
Like-
was like, when is she gonna slap some like stuff between some bread?
This movie's called The Kitchen. It's full of women, but I ain't seen one of you bitches make a sandwich yet. The fuck is wrong with y'all? God damn, somebody fucking take that audio clip and use that. Hail the Phantom Menace. Fuck
Boom,
you.
roasted.
God damn it.
Did anybody see the Happy Time Murders?
I
Nope.
did not.
Sal,
Nope,
did
I
you?
didn't want to see. I didn't want to see Melissa McCarthy fuck a Muppet either. Was not.
That's
one
all the dick she can get.
Was not one to do that. Nope.
Sal, did you see it?
I completely forgot that movie existed until you mentioned it.
Like I said, I stopped paying attention to Melissa
Should
McCarthy
that be a
not
watch?
long after
Dude,
she
that's
quit
watch.
doing the
That movie's watch party material. This
that
movie can
sitcom with
this
the
movie
fat
can go
people in
fuck-
it.
This movie can go fuck itself. But
we could do the Happy Time fun. Was that Fun Time Happy Murder, whatever?
Happy
we could
Time Murders, I think. It
Yeah,
is.
we could do that for a watch party. I'd rather watch that than I'm not watching The Kitchen. Nope. Like I said, all them women and no sandwiches being made in the movie called The Kitchen. I'm not even buying it. Nope.
I expected to
I'm
see
not doing
food in
that.
that.
I already sat through the Terminator once this year. I've already stared into the abyss. Pete.
I gotta go watch
still
Charlie's
need to-
Angels.
I'm still healing myself for another year. You know.
See, and these ones ain't even good looking. Like I get to see Charlie's Angels. I mean, at least I get Naomi Scott, the tall, skinny girl's good looking. The French one, and then you got Elizabeth Banks is at least attractive. I'm sure there'll be some ancillary eye candy in there.
Well, Mackenzie Davis has been good looking in other movies. but
Yeah.
not in
that one.
Not in Duck
No,
Feet.
no, not in Duck Feet.
Not
But
Duck
no,
Feet.
on the real, that movie, The Kitchen. I think isn't that supposed to be based on some true shit or something?
Isn't
Yeah,
every
loosely
movie
based
supposed
on
to be
some-
based on some true shit?
Yeah, based on some true Twitter shit.
Yeah, that's about it. Because I just $16 million. So is that like, was that trying to be like female Goodfellas? Because
Sure.
It
Why
looks
not?
like a bunch of girls went on Pinterest on how to make a gangster movie.
It looks like a sequel to Girls' Night Out. Is what it looks like.
Oh my god.
Oh, and poor Elizabeth Moss is actually like a good actress, and she's like stuck in this. Tiffany Haddish, another one. She's a good actress. I don't have anything against Tiffany Haddish. I don't care for Melissa McCarthy.
Nope,
I
can't
just- she's
stand
not-
her.
she's
Every
not
time she
funny.
opens her mouth, a part of me dies.
She's not funny. Like I had to sit there. My wife likes that goddamn movie, The Heat, with her and Sandra Bullock, and I sit there and watch
No.
that bullshit ass movie like once. I'm like, nope, done. This is fucking
All Melissa
stupid.
McCarthy is she's the female version of Kevin James, and he's not
Yeah.
funny either. He's
Yep.
not. He hasn't been in anything funny since Hitch, and the only reason he's funny in Hitch is because Will Smith, '90s Will Smith, is his fucking co-star in that movie.
I liked him in what are those movies? The Parent movies. They're in him and Chris Rock and Adam Sandler.
That's only because he's like the dollar store version of Chris Farley.
Yes.
Yep.
That role
Yep.
was for Chris Farley, but they had to use him instead.
He's
Yes,
really
yeah.
not as funny as he thinks he is.
No,
I said,
he's not.
I liked him in Hitch, and that's as far as I'll go. That's
And-
as much
and-
credit as I'll give him.
You know, I grew up during that Chris Farley era in the '90s, and Kevin James. Yeah,
Like the first Paul Blart is funny if you're drinking and you're with some friends. That's about it.
I like I said, the first one I watched, and I was like, haha, I think we would see it. I was baked. I was like, it's funny, you know.
Didn't
and
need
then,
a sequel.
No, then watch the
Don't-
second
didn't
one.
need
it's
no
like,
more of that.
whoa,
Yeah.
why? Like there ain't enough mood elevators to make me enjoy this movie. Nope. That was like when I went to see. I got tricked into going to see goddamn Cloverfield in the theater. I was like, and looking back in retrospect, I really don't mind that movie as much as I did when I first saw it, because I was expecting more of a monster type spectacle than what we got actually in the original Cloverfield movie. So I
Isn't
was
it
not,
mainly like a Blair Witch type movie?
yeah, it's a found footage
Yep,
gimmick.
it's found footage. I actually like that one. though.
I don't
like
mind it. No,
Cloverfield.
like I said, in retrospect now, I don't mind it because
Now Blair Witch, I'll just shit on that fucking
yeah,
thing
fuck
all
that
day.
movie.
I don't
It-
care. I'll do a whole stream dedicated to why that movie sucks.
Well, first of all, don't just say fuck the Blair Witch. Fuck the Blair Witch, the Book of Shadows too, because that's
All of the Blair Witch, the
Blair
Blair Witch remake, the Blair Witch Book of Shadows, the original Blair Witch.
Again, I
The only
forgot.
thing I can give that any credit for is just it had a genius marketing.
When did they do a remake of that?
2016. It's just called Blair Witch.
They actually did. Holy shit! I don't even.
It's
there
like
were
a soft
there were
reboot
trailers and
remake.
everything. There was in the movie theaters for a while.
It's a turd sandwich.
I don't even remember
They're
any
all-
marketing.
All those movies are fucking bullshit. All of them.
Speaking
I
of
like the
Blair
kitchen because there was no sandwiches in there.
Uh-oh. What's
Speaking
up,
of
Sam?
Blair Witch and McFarlane, the Blair Witch wasn't a body, it wasn't a person you could see until McFarlane decided to make a toy of the Blair Witch.
I remember that, and the toy was fucking ridiculous.
Wait, there's a
Really?
toy of it?
All right,
Yeah.
hang on. We're looking
Hold
this
on.
up. Hang on.
Let's say I'll pull that up and do a screen share.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, you-
Also, Leo Reed asked if you didn't like Here Comes the Boom. Actually, I did like that movie.
You know, as a fat person, I don't like the fat shaming that's done by Kevin James. He just makes fat people look like big stupid people, big stupid lovable idiots. Him and Melissa McCarthy both do it, and fuck them. Seriously, I don't plan on being heavyweight forever, but as a fat person, I have a dog in this race. As you know, we're not all a bunch of fucking dumbasses just because we're overweight. So there.
Yeah, but I liked his dynamic with Henry Winkler pretty well.
I've never seen that. Is he an MMA fighter? He's a school teacher.
Right, yeah,
And
he's
then
like a history teacher, and Henry Winkler's like a band director, and they're kind of in the music department, so he starts becoming an MMA fighter because he, quote, used to wrestle in high school,
Okay.
and it's to try and save the music program.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I thought, like I said, that's another one I saw previews of, and I'm like, probably not. Just gonna skip. I'm just gonna skip that one. No, I'm not the biggest Kevin James fan.
Nope.
I mean, like I said, I
He's a fucking one-trick pony.
I like I enjoyed like I said, those Adam Sandler movies because I kind of have a sentimental spot for Adam Sandler because I grew up for him. I give him a pass.
Him and Ben Stiller are two people that made comedy movies long past their expiration date. I don't think that either one of those guys are funny. Sorry. Don't.
You don't have to apologize. Ben Stiller's best movies are behind him. They are at this point.
Agreed.
There's nothing. I mean, he hasn't. What was the last week? Night at the Museum too. I mean, that was kind of cute. You know, my kid enjoys those. You know, they're fun to watch.
Those are good.
They are. They're cool. You know, they've got a fun cast to them.
Dude, Zoolander 2 sucked ass.
I never watched. I was like, I'm good with Zoolander 1.
Zoolander 1 sucked ass.
No,
I'm
it
good.
didn't.
It was
that
bad.
back, animal.
It was bad. It was bad.
Zoolander's awesome.
I mean, it's to me, it's a so bad it's good movie. Like I can laugh my ass off watching it, and you can't beat Will Ferrell. What's his name? Mugatu in that. I think that's his character's
There's
name.
another guy I don't think is very funny.
Oh my god, that Hansel is so hot right now.
There you go. It's the meme. It's the meme, man. That's the best thing to come out of that role for Will Ferrell, probably.
That's right.
Yeah, just hit share screen, and then Pete has to add it to the
Yep.
stream.
Okay.
Let's see. Wait, what's Leo Red says? I'm fat too, but I am a dumbass.
No, yeah, we're not all fucking retards.
Flare X. I can't run anymore, so I have a bit of weight. I am not an idiot.
Yeah, we're not all mall security guys on a fucking Segway falling down all the time for laughs.
I want a Segway.
I tried to ride one of those once.
They look cool.
Never been on one.
Here it is.
Or some
This
Heelys,
fucking
whatever.
thing.
What the fuck is that?
Stupidest shit I ever seen. It looks like a predator like got melted by the sun.
Wait. That's the Blair Witch.
According to McFarlane.
McFarlane Toys. That's the Blair
Yeah.
Witch.
That's back when McFarlane was just really trying, like, just digging in the crates to look for anything to fucking make because he didn't
I'm
have
so
any licenses.
confused.
I have so many questions right now. What?
You know what it looks like? It looks like a region. It looks like they were trying to design Eddie from Eddie from Iron Maiden. Like they were trying to design Eddie, and like they fucked up, but they thought, you know what? Let's just make this into something else. I know, the Blair Witch. People, brand recognition, right? We'll do that. Just sell us a Blair Witch. It's a shitty Eddie, but it'll make a great Blair Witch. Stamp it, sell it, ship it. Ship them all.
Well, and they're still sitting on Ollie's shelves today.
Yep.
Yeah, on eBay for $20.
Fucking atrocious.
Hell, so I told you guys the other day, I don't have them in here. I would show them to you. I borrowed some comic books from my father-in-law because he pissed me off. So
you telling me that?
I did tell you guys that. I was like, well, if you want to insult me,
Flair X says, Raiders Lost Flicks, amen. Will Ferrell's overrated. Yeah, Will Ferrell was very funny on Saturday Night Live. But my problem with Will Ferrell is he can be really funny. He doesn't have good comedic timing, though. He can come up with jokes. He can do funny things. But he's an example of somebody that makes a joke run on so long that it's not funny anymore. Whereas Jim Carrey was the exact opposite. He could drag it out, and the longer he dragged something out, the funnier it got.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Because Jim Carrey had comedic timing.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell was not even in Jim Carrey's shadows. Ever.
Will Ferrell's the shit, man.
Will Ferrell's that annoying cousin.
Like I said, I liked him on SNL, but in the movies, I liked him in Elf. You know, maybe a couple of his earlier films, and that was about it. I just didn't.
Talladega Nights, Step Brothers,
The Office. His brief stint as D'Angelo Vickers was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
What were we saying, Sal?
So a lot of the time when he's trying to be funny, he's like that annoying cousin or like an annoying kid that does one thing by accident that makes the adults laugh, so they just keep doing it over and over.
Right. So he just chases you around for the rest of the night, keeps doing that same fucking thing until you leave. That's Will Ferrell to me. That's how he comes off as. Like the older version of that.
Y'all seen that movie Get Hard?
Nope.
It's pretty funny.
Dewey Cox story?
No, that's Walk Hard.
I watched something on the internet earlier that was kind of like that.
Was it on one of the hubs?
The hubs was that
Captain Marvel adult film?
Jabba the Hub.
Jabba the Hub.
Was Rada in it?
No, like Get Hard. It's like when Will Ferrell like has to go to prison, so Kevin Hart teaches him how to like be tough. But Kevin Hart's also a pussy.
Yeah. Wait. Shit.
Speaking of titles, Pete, I'm thinking Kit Fisto versus Therm Scissor Punch, the X-rated version on one of the hubs.
Don't desecrate Kit Fisto like that. Come on, man.
I love it. I love it.
I'm just kidding.
That's fucking greatness. Wait. Here's a. God damn it. Come on, Rotten Tomatoes, you stupid piece of crap hippie.
I'm still looking at pictures of that Blair Witch figure, and I'm so confused on why they made this.
Yeah.
I just told you, it's they were just looking for something to make an action figure and sell it. So they just sculpted some shit, called it something that somebody would recognize, and sold it.
I mean, it's pretty cool looking now that I keep looking at different like pictures of it.
Well, most McFarlane toys are well sculpted. They're well sculpted statues that nobody can ever. You can never take those things out of the package though, because they will fucking fall apart.
I wish they actually like fucking had it.
That's where NECA comes in. NECA can actually like make something that won't fall apart that looks cool out of the box.
I refuse to watch that movie.
I won't watch this either, but this is what happens when you go to the well one too many times.
Yep.
Step Brothers and Talladega.
This is where his career is right now. He hasn't been marketable in like several years. So I mean, I feel you, Cody. I do if you like him, because I feel the same way about Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was really funny back in the 90s, and then his career just took a massive shit after Man on the Moon, and he hasn't been able to rebound from it at all. But I would love to see him come back to some of that like classic comedy that he used to do. But that's kind of the thing. Comedians want to be serious actors, and serious actors want to be comedians.
Well, Step Brothers felt like kind of natural. It was
that
like
did.
It was two dumbasses that were like unemployed 40-year-olds.
And it's very successful, but that came out a really long time ago. Yeah.
This movie looks like it was super forced and it's super woke from what I heard.
Just wait for the inevitable like Ace Ventura fucking sequel, the third Ace Ventura 3, where
sometimes you can't go back, because didn't he try to do another Dumb and Dumber, and didn't that tank pretty bad too?
Oh, Dumb and Dumber.
That came out in like 2015 or 2016.
Dumb and Dumber 2.
I never watched it.
I actually like that one.
I did not watch it.
I'm saying, you gotta think though.
Stupid. It's funny.
Today it would be like Ace Ventura 3, fucking where he's teaching his daughter Ashley Ventura how to fucking do his job.
Nope.
Nope. Hard pass.
I just want old Jim Carrey.
I'll just go back and I'll just watch the original Ace Ventura.
Yep. Wait, here's Flair X. Carrey had a few great serious roles. Look at the Majestic. Yeah, man, that was a good movie. That was a good movie. We
talked about the Truman Show. I think
Show?
we were talking about that on your show. I love the Truman Show.
I do too.
Absolutely. And Jim Carrey can totally do serious roles as well.
Is that the number 23?
I prefer him in because he had the thing with Jim Carrey that makes him better than like Will Ferrell. Jim Carrey could do things with his body that made you laugh. Like he could act things out, and like his over dramatic gestures and things. He was just naturally like classically funny.
Have you
know?
never seen Will Ferrell run around in his underwear in Talladega Nights on the racetrack?
Yeah,
That shit was
I
funny.
would not put that in the same sentence as Jim Carrey. Sorry.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Not even.
I love that movie. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I love Talladega Nights. I do. I own that. That is funny. I own that in Step Brothers, man. They're dumb funny, but they're funny nonetheless. But yeah, as far as like anything else, I'm not the biggest Will Ferrell fan. Like I said, I enjoyed his '90s stuff. You know, the Saturday Night Live, but Flair X, that's why it was called Rubber Face. Wasn't he? Jim Carrey was in a movie called The Boy with the Rubber Face, wasn't he?
I don't recall.
I'm going to look it up. I'll look it up. I have to know now. I believe he was. Let's see. Rubber Face. I don't know. I might be wrong. Jim Carrey. The Boy with the Rubber Face. Image results. I don't know.
Dude, he was in... Okay, so Anchorman. You can't tell me Anchorman's a bad movie.
No, Anchorman's funny.
The Other Guys with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
That was good.
Daddy's Home was good.
Daddy's Home.
I like both Daddy's Home ones. That's Mark Wahlberg and him again.
Yep, Jim Carrey was in Rubber Face. That's what it was called. 1981.
Old School with Will Ferrell.
That's a good one. I got that. I own that one.
So one that's very like overlooked is Land of the Lost.
Oh shit, yeah.
That movie's awesome. It's hilarious.
Danny, what's his name? Danny McBride.
Danny McBride and him.
Danny McBride kind of makes that just from that little, that supporting role, because I really like Danny McBride. He's funny as hell, which really bothered me.
Chaka, you little shit, get back here.
Well, he was involved with that goddamn Halloween 2018 abortion. If you're still waiting for my Halloween 2018 review, that'll be coming out Halloween of 2020. It'll be a 2-year retrospective.
You got Blades of Glory.
That was okay, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
And John Heater, man.
I don't know. I was over John Heater after Napoleon Dynamite.
You got Semi Pro.
Never watched it.
That's a good one. Anchorman 2 is fucking awesome too.
Yep.
Kicking and Screaming.
Soccer movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where he coaches the little kids and he gets like way too fucking into it. And he fires Mike Ditka.
Yes, I have seen that one, and that movie is fucking funny. I do. I think that one's funny.
He's in Jane Silent Bob Strike Back. Forgot about that.
I did too. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers. Ma, where's the fucking meatloaf? Oh shit, dude. He's been in some good stuff. He's been in some good stuff.
The Lego movie.
Well, dude, I've got the little President Business figure out in Lego Town on my dining room table right now.
Nice.
I've sent you. You've seen pictures of that. Yeah, Superstar. Him and Molly Shannon.
Megamind. He's in Eastbound and Down. I forgot about that.
Oh, that's right.
The campaign with him and Zach Galifianakis.
Never watched that. Never saw that one.
Bless
you. Oh shit. So yeah, I have my entire fucking kitchen table is like nothing but Legos. It's like I built a huge Lego prison, and me and Trey have jailbreaks every day. It usually breaks down into like the Clone Trooper and Jango Fett, like just wiping out everybody else. But everybody's got they've mostly got fully autos, but you can't fuck with Jango Fett and a Clone Trooper. I got mad today because the Clone Trooper's helmet kept falling off. So I told Trey, I was like, I'm gonna craggle him. If you've seen the Lego movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
I craggled that motherfucker's helmet on. That shit ain't coming off again. I said, you keep fucking around losing Jango Fett's helmet, I'm gonna craggle his helmet on too. You ain't gonna be seeing a scar in his face anymore. I'll craggle that bitch right on him. So I did. Did both of them today. I'm like, try losing my the damn dog. I was when I was building the garage for the police jeeps on it, because I made a couple police jeeps. Because in prison we gotta have police cars, so I made a couple service vehicles, and I'm building the garage, and the dog's laying, the puppy is laying on the floor with me, and I'm being really careful of the little pieces, and I get them all picked up. Now this is like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm doing this because everybody's in bed, and I got time to work on it. And probably after a live stream, and I'm laying there on the living room floor, and I got all the Legos out, and they got them little tiny square pieces and little single dot pieces. The fucking dog was chewing on, which she's running around crunching on it, and I could hear her, and I'm chasing around trying to get it out of her mouth. And I finally shoved my hand in her mouth and yelled "oust" enough times, and she dropped it. It was all chewed the hell up, so I had to throw it away. But she has eaten. That's like the second piece. She actually ate one. I'm like, it was another small one. Thank God. I was like, oh God, please don't hurt my puppy's intestines. That's the last thing I want to have to do is take her to a vet and have a Lego removed from her. She's in the house with a 4-year-old. What do you want? So weren't we talking about Star Wars at one point? But I don't care.
I thought we were talking about Will Ferrell.
It turned into Will Ferrell. Why don't we just put Will Ferrell in? Why don't we just put fucking Will Ferrell in Star Wars?
Might as well. Yeah.
He could be why they should have just recast Palpatine as Will Ferrell. That would have been fine. Whatever. That's isn't it
very important.
I want to see it. I want to see Will Ferrell as.
I'd say I watched them old episodes of In Living Color. Man, I just realized that the Prime TV was just not ready for Jim Carrey. They didn't deserve him.
No, dude,
that was some really funny stuff. Wow.
Flare X got to go. Leo Red's taking off. All right, man. See you, Leo Red. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you slap that like button on the way out, boy. No, man, those old Fire Marshal Bill skits he did.
And those ongoing skits where they would have people look like they were looking at a news report, and then there'd be somebody in the back that's on camera, and they'd be just acting like a fool.
Mm-hmm. Oh God,
because people did used to do that back. They still do that.
Yes,
even nowadays, it's like you're in the world where you can videotape yourself being stupid and upload it on YouTube. But yet, if you're in front of any kind of a live camera, there's always somebody out there acting like a fool, looking like an idiot.
I still would. I'd have to. I'd be plugging I'd have a fucking sign.
Doing the bunny ears and all, making stupid faces, and every time.
Be back in there trying to sea walk and shit. Trying to teach Trey how to do that now. He's in dance. I'm trying to teach him shit. He's trying to teach me. He had his little tap shoes on in the kitchen the other day. I was like, hey, man, fuck them up. Mess up the linoleum out there in the goddamn hardwood with the tap shoes on. I'm like, hey.
That makes me think of I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry with the little kid. He starts tap dancing all over the place.
That's it.
Hey, Dad, you want to see my splits? He's like,
no.
So I don't want to.
One of my buddies doing the circle joke. Oh shit, dude, he already does that. The little, hey, did you lose this? Oh yeah, I taught him that shit, much to the chagrin of his mother. He's already doing that. He walked up to my father-in-law who's in a wheelchair. So I told Trey, I was like, if it's below your waist, it's gotta be real low if it's Papa, because he's in a wheelchair. So Trey's like getting down real low, and he's like, Papa, is this yours? He's like on the floor. He looks down, he's like, did you really teach? I said, yes, I did. And I'm telling him I steal your goddamn comics too. And I put the comics in the bag, Trey. Put the fucking comics in the bag. Teach you, call me.
Go.
Call me names, motherfucker. Guess he's sleeping with your daughter every night.
Boom roasted.
Boom roasted. Yeah. Stanley, you're fat. You crush your wife during sex and your heart sucks. Boom roasted. Andy, you're gayer than Oscar. And Cornell called and they said you suck. Boom roasted. I just watched that the other night. The best one is when Oscar gets up there and starts yelling at him in Spanish. Because in the extra features, like the deleted scenes in the episode, they have the entire roast and they don't cut it. But Oscar's whole thing is in English. He didn't do that very last bit until the end. So, is Groove? You still alive?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just listening.
Okay. I was like, oh shit. I think he fell. It's not me. He's not snoring over there at least.
No, I'm good.
But that's like basically all I had for the night, man. We've covered the gamut. Loudy had his segment, which was going to be debuting tonight, a new segment with Coach Loudy, because he said he wanted to change it up, and I said, you do your thing, brother. You can change it up, man. It's
Well, he changed it up all right.
Yeah,
Probably not the way he wanted to.
No,
but he definitely
did,
changed it up.
He did send me a message. He sent me another voice clip, so I'm taking it. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but I'm venturing a guess to say that he's all right based on the one before that. So, man, I felt so bad for him. The dude, it was horrible weather. You know, he's driving across the states. You know, home from his fiance's where they're to their his place now, and it was like, oh, goes in the ditch. Like once he gets in his home state, he goes in the ditch. So it's like, oh, that's a bitch.
Been there, done that. That's why I don't like driving in snow, man. That's one of the main reasons why I moved out to the coast. Is I've been in about 3 or 4 accidents and snow related. Usually black ice or just where there's just a little fine powder out there. That's when it's the fucking worst.
And that was today, man.
Because people think, oh, this ain't snow. Oh shit, I'm hydroplaning. Maybe I should just drive into the cars next to me.
I drive a truck, man. I drive a half-ton Ram, regular. I drive a 1500. But
Ram tough.
I don't do the fucking. I have a 4x4, so I'm gonna drive like a moron in the wintertime. No, man.
I drive like an old lady, bro.
Now in the summer, like if it's dry pavement and shit, if I don't have the wife and the kid with me, I'm on the highway. I'm doing 90, 95 in my truck. I am. I'm not gonna lie. I do.
I used to have a Chevy S10. I wrecked that fucker coming back from leave from the U.S. Navy. That was the first time I was driving my truck from Illinois to Pascagoula, Mississippi, and I found some black ice. And then my truck found the guardrail of an overpass, bounced off it 3 times, broke the fucking cab away from the bed.
Damn.
That was the last I saw that fucking truck. So yeah, I did when everybody's like, "Oh, dude, snow, it's so wonderful." I'm like, "No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's fun when you're a kid, and then fuck all that."
Yep, that's tonight. I was out there right before we were doing this. It got dark, and I'm out there hanging blue rope lights, Christmas lights off my fence in the backyard. I did the whole fence. I did 3/4 of the fence and the rope lights. Man, I couldn't cover the gate area, obviously. So, yep, I got those up.
Thanksgiving, Christmas. Thanksgiving, then Christmas. One of these days you're going to get this right, Pete.
I had Thanksgiving last week, and I got another one.
God damn it! But you had decorations up before Thanksgiving.
Oh, I did.
You are wrong. You are wrong.
I had my Christmas decorations up November 2nd. They were up the 2nd.
Sal knows this one. You are wrong, shipmate.
Christmas starts immediately after you eat your Thanksgiving meal.
We're wrong. We do not pay you to think. Okay.
Yep.
You won't pay me at all. Deep Ass Cleveland does.
Oh shit! Well, I think, gentlemen, this will be a good place to leave it off for the night.
Yeah, my ass is growing to this chair.
Yeah, I'm in need of a facilita. So with that being said, this has been episode number 75 of the Place to Be Reviews, aka the pre-boardroom meeting for the boardroom on Wednesday.
The unintentional boardroom meeting.
This is a boardroom takeover of the Place to Be Reviews.
Loudy couldn't make it, so Pete blew the horn, and we just kind of Avengers assemble.
Yep. Here comes. Can we get an A-Team van instead of being the Avengers? I'd rather be the A-Team.
I would too.
I prefer Mystery Inc. van. Scooby-Doo van. We can solve mysteries.
We could be the A-Team, or we could be the losers.
The Losers Club. News team.
What's that, Sal?
It could also be a Channel 4 news team.
Yes.
If we're Channel 4, can we get a little Harry Carey playing us out tonight?
Hi, I'm Harry Carey. This has been Monday Night Going in Raw, and just like them, they went in Raw. No! 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 God, no!
I can't look away.
I got it second.
Oh, man. 2 cents toys, ladies and gentlemen.
Me and Rosie are going to have a hell of a time.
Well,
Sal always dropping that bomb at the end.
I love it. You can find us Wednesday night on Cody's channel, Goober Brothers Entertainment. Whoop whoop. 8:35.
And don't forget, on my channel, if you go to www.raidersoftheLostFlix. I'm going to get this right here. RaidersoftheLostFlix.com. This Friday, me and Pete doing my Friday show. Very first episode. Groovinators, Grindhouse, a Go-Go. Don't miss it. It's going to be a variety show. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good times. Hilarious stuff.
Looking forward to it. What time are we doing that?
8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Friday night from here on out.
That is correct, and I'll be there as often as I can for Groove, and until he gets a regular co-host, he'll be stuck with me. So yes, this is like this is the thing, man. We got all these we got all these channels. We all work together, and this is how we do. This is what we do down here.
Keeping it fun, keeping it real.
Yep. This is how we do, man. This is the Fandom Menace down here, and kind of take care of each other and do our thing, and yeah. That's it. Now you go over and subscribe to RaidersOfTheLostFlix.com. You subscribe to 2 Cents Toys, and you subscribe to Goober Brothers Entertainment. You've got the gamut covered. We got what you need.
Keeping it fun, but not like James Gunn.
Oh, dress like a nun.
Oh.
Was anybody ever see? Was that Midnight Express? Was that Midnight Express with De Niro and them when they were dressed like nuns? Or Midnight Run?
Midnight Run, I think. Yeah.
Midnight Run. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 75. I've been signing off for 10 minutes. So on behalf of the crew, thank you guys for joining us. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans, everybody out there, Groove, you especially. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. Be sure to bitch slap that like button on the way out. If you haven't subscribed, please do so already. Flair X says, don't go full retard. Well, I've done that for almost 40 years now. So kind of made a career of it. That being said, we're out, guys. If I don't see you, have a great day. Oh, yeah, wait. We got a morning show tomorrow, too, I think.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun.
And I will see you tomorrow morning at 8:30 for About Last Night. If Groove, you want to jump on? You available? 8:30 a.m.?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll be on tomorrow morning at 8:30 for About Last Night, the show after the show. Tomorrow morning, probably cover a little bit of news, drops overnight, and some other goodness. Have a great day and pleasant tomorrow. We're out.
Later, guys.
And broadcast.